is up, Cornhole Nation? We are back inside the Myrtle Beach Sports and Recreation Center, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We are now on to the ladies. We are done with our high school and college on this court. We have now moved on to the ladies. I am Bernie Neighbors, joined alongside one of the best, brightest, and most beautiful ladies in the history of cornhole, Allison Ball.
The best intro guy in the business.
There it is.
Bernie Neighbors. All right, so now we're getting back to what we're used to.
Yes.
We have Zoe Gann taking on Sarah Cassidy.
You know, it's actually been a while for me since I've called a female match on the floor. And I'm excited about it.
Yeah?
Because I'm, at some of the bigger events, I'm running around doing whatever with Stacy and those guys, but like it's nice. It's been a while. It's been a while. Or the women's tournament's been on a different court and I've called something else. It's been a long time since I've actually got a chance to call. So good to see. As a matter of fact, I think the last time I called a match with Sarah Cassidy was 2 years ago.
Really?
At the World Championships, and it was co-ed, and she threw a perfect game. How about that?
We did women's. I know we did women's in Memphis. We probably did women's in Virginia also.
Because I've been
just don't remember.
Because I've been with Wally most of the time when we've done that, and we've had, because normally it's senior singles and women's. At the same time, had seniors, or we've had something else. So I just haven't had the opportunity. So I'm pretty excited. You know what? I've only seen Zoe Gann play at
Worlds.
No, outside at Spencer's.
Oh no, that begs.
That's something you don't see at this level, is the side miss, the right or left miss off the board.
Both of these ladies are part of the pro division this year. A little bit of not awkward knuckles there.
Yeah. I've always been a fan of Sarah's game. It's a former champion.
Yeah.
It's, what? All right, I'm going to ask you,
as
a former female professional, and now that Cheyenne has become who Cheyenne is, what do you do to knock her off her throne? Because let's face it, she's the elephant in the room in the women's game. I mean, she's at a level everyone else is trying to get to.
So most people, if they're trying to get you to throw off or differently, number one answer is put a block bag. Cheyenne is so good at pushing through those that, maybe like a low block in her lane.
I would say like a level 3 block, but then you can't collect that back.
Yeah, exactly. Then you're just putting it in your way also because it's so low.
And now I have seen, some of the guys at the top, Cheyenne's reached, a top 25 player in the world level. And so some of the guys that she has troubles with, they do make the board dirty, but they don't just put one block. They find a way to basically put a couple, and then they're able to collect.
Yeah, they can throw the bag really hard.
But I'm wondering, as I look through the women's game, who are the players that can give her that trouble? And I think it's psychological at this point, because I don't know if it's necessarily just a physical thing. I think it's psychological.
I think so, too. I think everyone just has that, she's done really well and won a lot of things. So, all right, Cheyenne's here. What do we do?
Right. I mean, she won every national and the world championships last year.
But you do have, a Sam Finley or a Rosie Streaker that often give her a run for her money.
And they'll beat her in, say, conference or something like that. Or they'll beat her early in a tournament, but then when she finds them again on a broadcast court or finds them later, she's able to, to me, Rosie Streaker plays the same game.
Yes.
And it's just hard to do it at that level. I would think Sam could give her trouble. I think Bella Soprenet could give her trouble with her style.
For sure, Bella. Bella's throwing so good this season. I watched her in Memphis. In Virginia. Or maybe both. I don't know. Everything runs together at some point.
I think, honestly, if she could get her, I think a Miranda Coy with her style of play, if she could get consistent enough with it, could give her trouble because it's a dirtier style. I saw it. I've seen her give her trouble. It's just can you stay at that level for that long to beat her? And that's the hard part.
I think the mental game at that point with Cheyenne being a little older plays a part.
How do you think having a baby is going to affect her? Does that change things? I mean, I would imagine that just physically it's just got to be so draining.
Absolutely, 100%. But I will tell you, so Cheyenne and I met, January of 2019, when we met at a national, played women's doubles, made the ESPN broadcast, and then we made the ESPN broadcast at Worlds that season. I had Luke 5 months before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was 5 months old in January when we first played. So
Sarah Cassidy's someone that back in the day used to kind of beat Cheyenne a good bit, but now and their partners, they know each other so well.
I think it's easier when they're little to kind of like where now, like mine being 5 and he has school and, it's a lot going on. He's got baseball.
Right. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough being a mother.
Yeah, you have to, decide, do I have national this weekend. Sorry, buddy, I can't come watch you play. And mom guilt gets you, for sure.
And when I think of other sports, women's tennis, Serena Williams, when she had her child or children, didn't really affect her the same way as it did other women at that sport because she's Serena Williams. She's kind of a freak of nature. It's it's different. But I'm just curious to see how she and Cameron handle, motherhood as we go into 2024.
Yeah, I think they'll do fine. Meanwhile, here, Sarah Cassidy up 13-8 over Zoe.
Zoe, a player that's kind of gotten progressively better over the last couple of years.
Yes.
Which is, I guess, you have to do to get to this level.
Zoe, sponsored by Siva Cornhole. I love those guys. You could not meet better guys.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's funny, my girlfriend's from Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
And they actually have some Siva stuff downtown. There's actually a place where they play. It's really fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that we're really familiar with that play there down in Elizabeth City.
Yeah, Harbor Hospitality. I was just there for Christmas. It's funny, her mother is just so invested in the town, active locally with so many different things. Always tells me, I saw cornhole. It's like, okay.
I know. Sometimes it's like, oh, well, I saw this. And you're like, I see that all the time.
Yeah. It's not quite the same.
Right? It used to be cool. Now it's just normal.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
I will.
I appreciate that. But like if Sarah had a miss back in the day, it would be kind of that right to left across the board. It seems like that's kind of gone a little bit. She doesn't have that huge bite on the board that she used to have.
She's also throwing different bags this year. She threw Ultra in the past, and now she has switched over to BG. I think she's playing with Elizabeth Tennyson this year.
Is that right?
I think so. I could be wrong.
Elizabeth,
Chat if I'm wrong.
Yeah, let us know. Another thing about Sarah I like, she always coordinates.
Yes.
Her outfits are always very well coordinated.
Maureen is so excited that you're back on the mic, Bernie.
I was here yesterday, Maureen. You just missed me.
Whenever I can, I grab Bernie.
Hey-o.
I enjoy commentating with Bernie.
Corey's making fun of me.
I see him over there. I can't pick on you like I pick on Jake.
I know. I'm old. I look like someone's grandparent over here doing this game.
Well, and Jake, he calls people by the wrong... He gets so excited.
Oh, yeah.
That he's calling people by the wrong name and just I'm like, bro, calm down for a second. Let's talk about this.
Youthful exuberance. Nothing wrong with it. I love it.
I thought last night he was going to get up on a chair watching college doubles. And it was so quiet in here, and he's so excited and being so loud that, people on the bleachers are, laughing at him.
Well, think about it. That's kind of how Trey is. Especially, think about the times back in the day when you'd be on the broadcast court, everyone's so quiet in there. For whatever reason, you can hear Trey.
That's someone in the comments last night, I said something about, we were talking about with Josh, whether we should ban headphones or not. And I was like, hearing someone talk about you while you're playing is the most distracting thing. And someone commented and was like, you can never hear Wally, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not talking about Wally. I'm talking about on that big live stream with the lights and the cameras and Trey Ryder getting excited, and you can hear all of it.
And he's talking about your shot, every specific thing you could do in that shot, and you're trying to think to yourself, what should I do here?
Yeah, and he's like giving you all the options, and you're like, man, I didn't even think about that, but should I? Is that what I don't know. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the headphones.
We're getting better. Like, there's just certain things where you're trying to now that, especially on television with TV timeouts and certain things that we have to do, that if players have the headphones, they can't hear us.
I'm not a fan of the TV timeout.
And that's not up to us, unfortunately.
Well, I know that, but
yeah. It's so funny with TV. It really is so funny with TV because it's, it's not like baseball, right? Baseball is an untimed sport like ours, and they just let them go and do whatever they want. Well, for us, you've got a 2-hour window. You have to fill that 2 hours one way or the other, and we're not going to let you go over because we're not football, basketball, baseball, where they just kind of let you do
not
things.
Cool enough yet.
Not yet. And maybe the day that ESPN buys into it, they'll let us do whatever we want. Because that's why we've gotten preempted by other sports. If people out there want to know why that has happened in the past, if ESPN, for example, pays for women's softball, they pay to show that. It's their money. They're going to let that run long.
Yeah.
And kind of preempt us. But maybe one day we'll get there, and then people will have to sit and watch us while they're waiting for their sport. Uh-oh. Corey's over here messing with stuff.
I know.
Are we still live?
We are.
Okay.
Everyone can hear us, and they can't see what he's doing.
Okay,
so
that's good. 15-10. Uh-oh. That's trouble. She knows
Sarah's going to pick that up. Yep.
She does. That's funny. As soon as that bag landed, Zoe just turned around to put the score in. She knew what was coming.
Yeah, you always know. When you give someone goalposts, it's just like, if you know the caliber of player that they are, game over, move to the next round. I already know what's happening.
Not going to do the Devin Harbaugh, just cross your fingers?
Not quite. You already know.
I like it. It's so, you can already tell the difference. Not that the college players aren't playing at a very high level and the high school players playing at a very high level, which they are. I guess the bottom is different at this level.
Oh, look at that bag sneak in, leaving Sarah's hanging.
Yeah, like the bottom is so much higher at this level. Like a bad round here is not the same.
Yeah, you have a bad round here, you're giving up a lot of points.
What is that score?
It is 17-10. Sarah Cassidy in the lead.
Let's see what we got here. See if I can get over this bracket.
Right, that could be 2 more points for Sarah.
She's had a couple pushes that have done that. Did the same thing there.
Bullied her bag out a little more. She's lucky that bag was there. That wouldn't have stopped. Sarah in with 4. Zoe, that bag just barely got into the hole.
That was to stay alive. That one had to fall.
She's going to give up 2. It's going to be 19-10. Sarah in the lead.
Man, Game Zone's even having some trouble here. Is it probably just my phone?
Are you connected to any other Wi-Fi?
I'm not, because it was so slow.
I know. I had to turn it off, and it kept turning itself back on. I finally just said, forget it.
Let's see what we got here. Matter of fact, Bella and Cheyenne are playing right now. I didn't even see Cheyenne. I didn't know she was here.
Yeah, I talked to her yesterday. That baby belly is out. It's there.
Well, they are matched up next. Let's see. We must be on the other side. Yep, here we are. The winner of this match will take on the winner of the Kaylee Hunter-Tanya Talent match. Kaylee's up 11-3 there. Riley Schaff, Emily Downer on that side of the bracket. Michelle Horde, Kelly Jenkins all tied at 6 on the bottom side of that bracket.
All right, Zoe's going to pick up 4 points in that round.
On the other side, Bella Soprinic, Cheyenne Bubenheim. Got Tony Spizzato, Dawn Fay. Dawn's up 13-1 there. Then Connie Altice losing to Allison Peters 8-1 on that side, on the top side of that bracket. So,
all right.
There you go.
A lot of familiar names.
Yes, it's nice.
Wait, who'd Sam Finley lose to?
Make sure there aren't two brackets. Let's see. There might be two brackets. Let me make sure I'm going through. Sam Finley lost to Sarah Cassidy, 26-12, first round.
Gotcha.
And let's see if I can find her down in the elimination bracket.
Zoe in with a 10. Sarah off to the left. Zoe's going to pick up 2 more points. Don't call it a comeback, Bernie.
Don't call it a comeback. Bernie can't find anyone. All right, let's see.
Only 3 points away now from tie game.
Sam lost her second game to Diane Fox, 21-5, so she has been eliminated.
I wonder with opening her new store if she's not able to play as much anymore.
And, is your head in it fully, all that sort of thing. I'm with you. But that is, either way, fairly shocking.
Yeah, I agree.
To be done that early. But another thing that I like about the women's game is the depth has gotten a lot better over the last 3 years.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's going.
That's going.
Yeah.
Can she sneak it?
Nope. She's going to give up 2 more
points,
Bernie.
19-18.
What
Zoe
is happening?
Gann. And so we were talking about this yesterday. Like, all right, are you feeling this now if you're Sarah? You had the big lead. You've let her back in.
You're probably feeling angry if you're Sarah.
Yeah.
Like, oh gosh,
what's
happening?
Doing? Yeah. Stop.
Why is this happening?
And for Zoe, you're one really big mistake from winning.
Yeah.
Got lucky. That could have just as easily stayed short. But where it's located, she's not going to be able to collect it, but it might cause Sarah a lot of problems.
Yeah, I think that it might. Can she get up and through? That's a great bag.
That's a great bag.
They're definitely giving Sarah something to think about.
All of a sudden, Zoe's got hole control there.
She's going to go up? No, she's going to try and roll over. That's a great place, though.
Yeah.
Even
I saw her shaking her head. That's not the worst bag in the world.
It's not, because Sarah has a really good airmail, but with those bags being piled the way that they are.
That's going to be up to high airmail to come in at that angle.
Yeah. And even so, you may drag that bag.
Right. What I don't get is that, when you watch some of the elite players, how they're able to make low airmails, just line drive airmail. I mean, there's no angle there for that to go in, and somehow they're able to do it. All right, what would you do if you're Sarah here?
Just put it on, I think.
Yeah, just right in behind?
Yeah. I mean, you could probably get away with a wash here, depending on, you still have a bag. Zoe has a bag. Find out, see what she's going to do.
I think she comes through hard here. I know she's going to go up. I don't.
So, and now that just opened Sarah up to airmail and pick up a point.
What?
She's going to take another timeout.
Oh, never look at me. I will never tell you anything. Like, it's funny.
Yeah.
When I sit over here, they look at me I'm not telling you anything.
Yeah, I'm not an official.
Yep. I'm not going to be the cause of any.
Exactly.
Right.
No controversy here.
When Trey would do this with us, they would always look to Trey, and I guess he would be more of an official. But you got to let him go.
He's a man with all the rules.
Yeah.
He knows everything.
Let them go, and then if they make a mistake, you have to call them out on it. But don't get to talk to the commentators too much as a player in any other sport.
Right. You normally can't even see them. She's going slick side.
Well,
She's going to give up a point.
And she's, to be honest, where Zoe's bag is, you can't really see it at the front of that hole. That could have easily been put, it's kind of pinned.
Pushed in.
Yeah, it's a little pinned. Are we all tied at 19? Are you kidding me? What was the score, 19-11?
10, I think.
19-10? Yeah, you're right. It was 19-10. 9 straight for Zoe Gann. Ooh, that bag looks short. Looks short out of her hand. She pulled the string on it. That might.
Oh, Sarah helped her. Well, I don't know that she can get that bag with Sarah's bag where it's at.
No, and she just bullied. So
yeah,
I think both players are hoping for a 10-10 wash here. Get to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a weird and one. If you were Zoe
that
there
would
to
be.
By the way, I think they can hear us.
They both have headphones in.
Really?
Yeah.
They both keep kind of smiling at us when we say certain things. Maybe they're
listening to us.
What if they are listening? Are you listening?
They got their YouTube up listening to us. If you're Zoe, if you win this game, that's a pretty big win.
Huge.
Oh, that bag by Sarah was almost a little.
Uh-oh. That could be it. That could be the one.
Yeah. All she's got to do is put it on now.
Yep. On the board for the win.
Oh, no.
That's just one, right? Are you kidding me? By the way, that is not the first time I've seen a professional have a hard time just putting it on the board.
That's the hardest bag to throw.
That's what it is. So strange to me that they can do some of the craziest shots in the world, but just putting it on the middle of the board seems to be so very difficult.
Well, it wouldn't if there weren't 2 bags just sitting in front of the hole that you're like.
Is the score right?
No, Zoe should have.
No, Zoe had 8. That's right. So she did get one. So it's a 9-8. Yeah, she got one because she had 3 in. Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, yeah, because it was on for the win and she didn't. Yeah.
God, that looks short, too.
Bernie, never ask those questions while we're live.
I know.
Scoregate tells us that. Yep. This could do it right here. In for the win.
In for the win.
And that is what it's going to be. Congratulations, Zoe, taking that match down.
All right, boys and girls. Well, we're going to come back. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. More women's singles when we come back.
Or senior. We could have seniors.
Could have seniors.
We'll be back.
What is up, Cornhole Nation? We are back. Man, I have just been throwing it down on the ones and twos. Anyway, we are back. Women's singles action coming your way. Myrtle Beach Sports and Recreation Center. I like this matchup, by the way, Allison.
Are these bags live, do we know?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They could be, but they haven't. The tablet is not. No, they're shooting on those. Riley Schaaf, who I think shows a lot of promise in the game. Hopefully I haven't put too much of a target on her. I've talked about her quite a bit. And then Emily Downer, someone that's won an Open before.
She has.
So
with Yimmy Jumans.
Yeah. So you've got a crazy amount of talent coming forward here. By the way, run through this bracket real quick.
I saw Riley in Memphis. I think she got second.
She's got a great bag. And
yes.
She there's certain people that throw and it looks like they're getting everything they can out of the bag they have, and there's other people where it looks very easy and you're like, wow, there's a lot more that could come out of that bag. Does that make sense, the way
yes.
I'm putting that? And she's one of those people to me. Now, I could be wrong, but let's see. Playing Emily here, the winner of this match will take on the winner of the Kelly Jenkins-Michelle Horde match, which is Michelle's up 13-12 in that one. Top side of the bracket, Zoe Gann won and Kaylee Hunter won, so they will take on each other next.
Ooh.
On the other side of the bracket, Bella Soprenet, Cheyenne Bubenheim still waiting to play because we are waiting on the Allison Peters Connie Altice match, which is 18-7.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Allison won that.
No, she was winning.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she is up 18-7 now. We'll take on Dawn Fay, who took down Tony Spazzato. We have a elimination bracket as well. But we've still got a long way to go there, so don't really have the time to run through that one quite as much. If you want to know about a player, let us know and we'll take a look and see if they're still winning.
All right, chat. You see us bringing you this coverage. Who do you think is going to win this game? Who do you think's the favorite, Bernie?
I would think Emily was the favorite because she has won at a very high level and a little bit older, a little bit more mature as far as a player goes, but I don't know. I'm going to give Emily the edge, but we'll see.
I don't know. I haven't seen Emily play
in a while.
Exactly. And I just saw Riley play, and I watched her put Sam Finley out of the bracket.
I've been.
I think she beat her twice.
I'm a huge Riley fan. I think there's a lot there talent-wise. That
100%.
That has yet to be kind of tapped into, so we shall see.
I love her hair.
Yes, the purple.
Yes.
I love all hair.
Just because you don't have any?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would have loved it back in the day. The flowing bangs.
All the flows.
Yeah, it was great. I looked like a poser skater kid with the long bangs. Oh, yeah. The little snap of the head all the time. To get
there you go.
Yeah. That was me.
I've never seen the chat so quiet. Are you guys really out there?
Oh, Emily leaves that short. That's a 5 spot, I believe. Is that what we... Yeah, she was down 2. Now 7-0 for Riley. And one of the things that it takes for a player, like I think Riley is very explosive at times. Closing other players out is a talent that you have to learn. And I think experience gives you that. Yep. Because you can play great during a match and all of a sudden you're up. We just saw it.
Yeah. Yep.
Being up 19-10, I mean, it's very difficult to close certain players out. For a guy, male pros or just pros in general, I used to think that Damon Dennis was the hardest guy to get the 21st point on. I can see that. Just found a way to just stay around.
I know. He hates that too. He really hates that. He's like,
I wish he'd quit saying. Oh, he's come up to me before.
Yeah, he's told you about it. He's like, I don't understand.
It's just to have something to say.
Just something to talk about.
But that's a talent in and of it. Like, there's plenty of players, once they get down, like we just saw the last game, 19-10, kind of mail it in a little bit. And they're ready to get on to the next match, maybe in the elimination bracket. Some players just would rather not lose. Even if they're playing bad, they're going to find a way to fight.
Weather the storm.
Yeah. Because more often than not, it is a game of runs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, there are games where they just trade 2s and 3s and 2s and 4s and 3s, but not many. It's usually runs. Here's a chance. Emily, stay down the middle.
See if she can get on the board here. She is not able to. A little bit of a jinx there, maybe?
Yeah, and see, this is one of the problems when you have a throw like Emily. There's a little bit of a turn in her bag. There's a little tilt naturally.
Yep.
And if you're not on, it's hard to keep that down the middle. If you're a little bit off, it's going to be hard to stay down the middle with that type of tilt. So that's why I like a player like, while I'm so high on someone like Riley, it seems like it's always down the middle. And then she just has to learn other things to do. But
yeah, she definitely has the down the middle part.
Of course, watch, I say that, yeah, there you go. I was hoping, I was waiting for the jinx where it was off right.
Oh, there's Mr. Maudlin.
Oh, I see him hiding back there.
He must be here playing seniors.
He's creeping. I don't even see how Emily's able, like that.
That bag was different. Did you see the flight of that bag? It was.
Yeah, it was more flat.
Yep.
She almost has 2 hitches in the back right there.
Right? She like pats herself on the back of the head before she throws.
I would tear my rotator cuff just thinking about throwing like that. A lot of the college kids left. It's gotten quiet in here.
Right? It has gotten really quiet. What are they doing over there?
Oh, they've still got.
That's college, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess all the ECU kids left then. I guess that was part of the. They've got a contingent in here from East Carolina.
All the high school kids left.
That's what it is.
I don't think that there's anything else for them to play in today, is there?
No, not till. Yep. I think you're right. There's a little. Left that one a little right.
I know there is a lot going on today. Let's see.
There you go. In to get on the board for Emily, and it is. Give her 2.
So we got women, singles, senior. Oh, juniors is at 2.
There we go.
And then they have open teams at 5. Then the broadcast at 7.
What are the ages for juniors? What is that? What is the? I guess you're just not representing a high school at that point?
Yeah, it's just age.
Yeah. Do you like that bag?
Can you show me the women's bracket?
I can.
Thank you.
Wow. Just a couple of back blocks there. Let's see. Is it airmail time? There's the first one. And that one's off. Does she go after it? She will. That's that line drive airmail. That's so tough. You have so small an angle. The old 5-5 wash. That'll hurt the old PPR. The PPR killer. Stays 7-2. Riley Shaw.
Sorry. They were asking about well, I didn't switch the cameras. They were asking about what match we want next. But they were asking Wally, so I decided to jump in.
Yeah, Wally's going to keep Cheyenne away from me. He's like, your 2 favorite. It's not that. It's just, as a matter of fact, when I saw her play with you, it's kind of like I am with Riley. It's like you could see the game. She just had to learn how to play it better, but you could see the game just oozing out of her. And so I jumped on early. She was young. I mean, she still wasn't even one of the best 5 or 6 women in the world at that point.
She just really hadn't been playing long at that point. So yeah, I asked for the Cheyenne Bella. You can't. I mean, you can't ask for a better game than Cheyenne and Bella. I think whoever wins that wins the whole thing.
Right.
Unless the other one comes out of the loser bracket and double dips.
I agree. And well, they have to wait too. They're so far ahead in their side of the bracket. I think they have to wait for another match to finish before they can even play again. So, because they'll be sitting there for a while if they win that match. They're pretty far ahead on the other side.
Let's see.
If Raleigh collects, good job. Fairly simple. Emily, down the middle. that a social? I feel like we haven't had one of those today in a while. 7-2 score remains. By the way, some of the big wigs are in here now. Everyone, it's got to be afternoon.
The commish is here. Checking out the new setup we got going on.
It is something else, isn't it?
The hole zone.
The holes. It's just, it is quite the production we've got going on now. Of course, when you do that, it's awesome the different things you can do, but the bugs take a lot longer to work out.
Facts. As we found out today.
Yeah. It is kind of amazing how much we are all dependent on the internet.
It's scary. What happens if the internet breaks?
I mean, not to be that guy, but I lived in a world before the internet, and we all seem to be okay.
I am old enough, Bernie, that I did too.
Barely. You were a baby.
I was?
The internet was created in '93. But we've become more dependent on it in the 2000s.
I was a baby. Well, I was 8.
I was done with college. That's crazy. Yeah, we were so jealous because, we used to have to go to the thing called the library and look books up and then have to write everything out.
I would rather grow up in that world than now. Like, if you leave your house, your parents know. They're tracking you on your phone. They know where your car is all the time.
True.
Like,
that's true. Ooh,
you
that's
know how much
unlucky.
trouble I would have gotten in if my mom knew what I was actually doing instead of where I told her I was going to be?
100%. 100%. I'm right there with you. But it's a little easier on boys. We're given more leeway at that age. Girls can get in more trouble. There's more things that can happen to you that could be a problem. I shouldn't say trouble as in doing something bad. I mean, just a lot of things that are really bad could happen that really don't happen to boys. 7-4. Kind of found her rhythm again.
Yeah, this game is...
Well, it had a lot of washes there.
Yeah.
Emily kind of was struggling for a couple rounds, got down, and now she's kind of found her footing again.
That's all we ask for is good cornhole.
Yes.
We don't care who wins at the end of the day. We just want to watch good cornhole.
Good match. Give me... I feel like I haven't had a match where it's been like 18-17. Well, what am I talking about? We just had it last match. That's the one. But that was 19-10, so it wasn't like it was back and forth the whole way. It was just a huge comeback.
But also, this is the first time we're getting to like this level.
Yes, true.
Of player. That's a wash.
Tell you what, she was taking a little stroll there before that bag got. It's all right, Emily. No one saw it. Yeah, it's a couple people that have tripped over that puck right there.
I put that there.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Nice work.
That's all I did was put the pucks down. So if the board is long or short.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, it's pretty tough.
It's a Jake and a Wally thing.
Because I like the pucks, but they do, like, everything moves all together. So
that's why we have them taped down. We have the mats taped.
Good.
You have to. Yeah, because everything
moves. Will move. Mm-hmm. Which shows you how hard they're throwing, to be honest. Seriously. Uh-oh. Some ECU kids, some ruffians are rolling in. I was not allowed to apply there.
No?
No. That's like, Mom, every school's a party school. Says, yeah, you're not applying.
Good. Nah. Sorry, buddy.
You'll be in jail.
Before the semester's over.
She knew it.
Oh, good bag there. Bullied Riley's out a little bit. She's going to collect. She did. Wow. What a great bag.
See, that is an unbelievably good bag.
So we need a replay.
Right.
Oh, my.
That looks short out of her hand, but see, let's see. Yep, steps out. Be a great collect.
Oh, no.
Wow, it's going to give up 2. Yeah, so Emily not happy with that bag, ends up earning her 2 points.
Yeah, right? Helped her out a little.
7-6. Yeah, we might be here for a while. I don't know. I feel a big run coming from one of these 2 players.
Which one?
It's funny because I was getting ready to say Emily, but I waited.
You wanted to see where the first bag went before you answered?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's
Maybe
why
you were
I
right.
waited. Yeah, maybe I was just waiting a
Your
little bit.
crystal ball is coming through.
We'll see.
Maybe not.
She's had a couple hang up, like the way her bag hops just a touch can cause her some problems around the hole, but let's see.
She's got a couple more bags left. She may be able to. It's not really moving much.
Yeah, that one seems like it's staying there.
Yeah, she would have to line drive airmail, and Emily just made that not happening. Whoa, not happening.
Yeah, that's a different language.
That's a different language you're speaking. So only one. Still the same old.
8-6. All that going on for 1 point.
Yep.
It's an interesting game.
Are we going to get the college semifinals
Tonight.
to go to ESPN on this court? No, Chase, you are not. You will have to go to the ACL Digital Network to watch that.
Yep. We have moved on. I like that bag. She didn't seem to like it, but I like that bag a lot. All right. I think this board's about to get really dirty.
Back block. Riley's bag's almost in the hole.
Yeah. Could she step out, maybe?
I think she's just throwing airmail.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, that's...
Cut across, came in too hot. Emily? Yeah, she's going to take a look, see how much she's got.
Timeout time. Gonna go down, take a look.
That's what I love about the pro level. They're actually looking to see how much of the hole they've got.
Well,
they can actually
I think she's looking to see if
Riley's
she
bag.
hits the board, if that bag's going to go. Because at this point, if she doesn't throw it, it's a wash. So do you go for the 1, or do you take the wash, or do you try backside airmail?
I think all points are good points, right?
Not if you go with I'm putting it on and it falls in.
Yeah. But I'm saying if you think you can land and just get the 1.
Yeah, of course.
Like
It did not go. Must have been pinned up enough. Oh, we're not on timeout anymore. Let's take that off of there.
What's that? They were asking in the chat for some more beats.
This game's on pace for 40 rounds. Facts right there. This is definitely going to hold the bracket up.
I'm telling you, Emily's really flirting with the front of that board. God, that's so close. I mean, it's landing just above the edge of the front edge.
It looks like we may have a seniors game next.
There we go. It's been a while. Haven't seen the elder statesman of the game in a while.
Yeah, I always opt for the women's singles, of course.
They were about to give us seniors, and I said no.
Who?
Corey. They were about to make this court seniors, and as much as I like those guys, if I'm commentating with you, I would rather have a female's perspective about female players.
Yeah, clearly. What were they thinking?
I don't know. Just not. Maureen knows what I'm talking about out there, don't you, Maureen? Maureen's with me.
What bags are they throwing? We got, it looks like some Surefires.
The Lucky
And
Dad, yeah, and then the BGs.
Wizards.
Yep.
Let's see.
Emily already has one off the back.
See if I can read the bag that Emily has in her hand.
In for, got a 3 out of it, so that make it 13-7. Wow. There's that run I was talking about.
Yeah, found it.
See if she can continue with that. All All right, I've said this a million times, so I'm going to say it again. Do the Hey Dudes give you enough support in your ankles?
Yes.
They do? Like, I feel like my ankles would just explode wearing those. There just doesn't seem like much there.
Support, like,
yeah.
I don't know. What does that mean?
Support. Like if you're rolling your feet, like I feel like you're going to roll all the way over in those.
I mean, like, what do you wear, like,
I don't know.
knee-high shoes or
I
something
do.
to make sure everything doesn't roll around?
I would.
Your ankles are supposed to move around.
A little bit. I'm just saying, as walking around in them all day, I feel like I would have to.
Well, Bernie.
Yeah. I got to have some support, man.
Yeah, you're.
Of course, I'm wearing
You're
Vans.
a little more
as I say
mature than
Yeah.
everyone that's rolling around in Hey Dudes all day.
That's a very good point. As someone that lived in Charleston wearing flip-flops every day with literally zero support, that's probably why I have to have it now.
Yeah. But yeah, I can wear Hey Dudes all day and not have an issue.
Now they are, I mean, it's like walking around in air socks. I mean, it's great as far as the comfortability for your feet, but it's the rolling. Just the rolling around.
I don't know what you do when you're walking that like your ankles are just rolling everywhere.
Terrible ankles. She left that one a little short. That looks short out of her hand.
Oh gosh.
Emily. But see, this is like we were talking about it earlier with Emily, like with those two hitches in her backswing and the way they've got a natural tilt in the bag. You know, if you're struggling just a little bit, it's going to be huge points. What?
Someone said, Hey Dudes last about 4 hours for me, then they roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Wally, I'm with you, man.
What's that?
That's what it says. I don't know. They think you're Wally, maybe?
I hope not.
Someone said if you wear high top pumps, we'll give you your PPR a 1.3 boost.
See?
That's why Riley has them on.
That's why she's got them on. But you know what? All right. To that point, she has a little bit more of a rock in her throw, so she needs a little more stability. Where Emily's just kind of she's planted. She's not moving much.
She is planted.
Like I would think any of the steppers that are like, wow, just kind of hopped over the hole there. That's another 2, make it 16-7. It was 8-7 when I thought there would be a run. It is now 16-7. So you kind of feel it coming. Because Riley got out to a 7-0 lead, and then Emily kind of found her footing again, but she was still, I think Riley was just missing more bags at that point. Emily still, but like having a hard time getting it exactly where she wants it in the landing point. Yeah, you can see her talking
Emily
about it there.
Throwing a 9.3, Riley throwing a 9.73.
Really?
Yep.
And that much of a point differential. Interesting.
Someone says they can't wear Hey Dudes while they're throwing, but they wear them all the other time.
100%. Just walking around, enjoying yourself, not doing anything athletic.
I can throw in Hey Dudes. I can't throw in shoes that my feet move around in.
That's it. That will do it. That's a 5.
All right,
we are
ladies
done.
and gentlemen, this game has ended. We are going to be back, and I think we're going to bring you a seniors singles game, so don't go anywhere.
What is up, Cornhole Nation? We are back inside Myrtle Beach Sports and Event Center, throwing down for you on the ones and twos here. Anyway, I am Bernie Neighbors, joined alongside Allison Baldwin. We've got senior singles now coming your way.
A little bit of Frank Modlin, Steve Schrader action.
How about Steve being a driver now for the ACL?
How about that? One of our own up there, taking on Frank Modlin.
One of the great things about watching the seniors play is it's, when you watch the pro division, there can be a little tension at times, right? I mean, these folks are around each other all the time. You've got rivalries. You can have some tension.
I love the
seniors,
rivalries.
I do too. But but the seniors, they're just having a good time.
They are.
Even though they're competitive, don't let them kid you. But it's not the same feeling on the boards.
Yeah. They're not like, if you beat me, I don't like you.
Yeah. Right. And they can get that. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily that way, but there are certain guys that are tired of losing to other guys in the circuit. And it creates an issue. But that's my point with Tony Smith and Mark Richards. I mean, Mark seems to beat Tony a lot, and wouldn't you get upset losing to the same person all the time? Especially because you're losing to him in the finals.
That didn't happen last year when Tony was throwing different bags. To my point.
Yeah, well. There's Cheyenne Bubenheim.
Right,
the Bubenheims.
Look at that baby bump.
The Bubenheims. God, what happens? All right, so what happens one day if someone just, goes into labor while they're here?
Well, then they just go to the hospital.
Like their water breaks while they're here playing. That would be something.
You gotta get to the hospital.
How much time? Well, it depends, right? How big were what size was your child? Heavy.
He was 8 pounds, 13 ounces.
How long? How tall?
21 inches maybe.
I came out a stick figure. 22 inches, 5 pounds even.
Oh my gosh.
I was over a month early, but yeah.
He was 4 days late, the worst 4 days of my life. Finally, I went to the hospital and I was like, here, get him out now.
By the way, Frank Modlin doing what Frank Modlin does. It's so funny. Just I've been around this game now for a while, and just Frank Modlin, just still being Frank Modlin.
Right?
Just can't. He's just still here, still doing it. I think Steve Schrader thought he might win this, by the way.
I mean, isn't that the point of playing? You think that you might win?
I think everyone thinks they have a shot, but I think he was very confident that I thought, in his heart of hearts, he thinks he's winning this tournament.
I mean, he's been throwing really well.
Yeah.
I think he won senior singles in Virginia at the Open.
Mm-hmm. Just got to find it a little bit here. And Frank can get hot on you.
Yeah, Frank was not there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, maybe he was there. Maybe he was there. I don't know. But to be honest, Memphis and Virginia were so close together. I don't know who was where.
All kind of melds together.
Yeah.
It's Tony Spizzato rolling in.
Yep.
Justin Rule not far behind.
Never. I saw them walking down the street on the way here today. Justin, shorts and a short sleeve shirt. I was like, that's crazy. It's cold out there.
Look, I'll wear shorts when it's cold out, but I'm
clearly you're wearing shorts right now.
But I've got layers. Like I'm not. Like your legs just don't get that cold.
You've got some short johns on.
Yeah.
Under your shorts.
Yeah. But I mean, I've got this on up top. I've got layers on up top, so you're like, I don't know, your legs just don't get that cold.
You're prepared.
I'm prepared, man. Got a toboggan for the dome.
Stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
Word.
My husband tells me that all the time.
Our big thing is telling each other to slow down. Like when things get strict, just slow down. Getting it done properly is better than getting it done wrong and having to do it over and over and over. What's that?
It says, can you please shout out Cali Coast Cornhole and the Sling Kings from Santa Monica, California?
Santa
Shout
Monica
out.
in the house.
Yeah, I've been to Santa Monica.
Me as
when
well.
When we went to Ventura.
Stayed out there a couple nights, a couple of times before we went up to Ventura.
Yeah, I stayed out there. Me and James stayed out there, not this year, but the year before that. We stayed in Santa Monica before going down to Ventura.
As far as as far as the LA area goes, Santa Monica rules. For me, I had more fun out. LA can be an interesting town. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we try not to fly into LA if at all possible.
Where you go to Santa Barbara?
Santa Barbara, yeah. That airport has like what, 4 gates?
It's a lot better than
4
LAX.
or 6.
Yeah. LAX is, it's a major city, major airport. None of them are fun.
Frank throwing 11.67.
How good is that?
Steve throwing a 10.17.
So Steve throwing a +10, and jinx, there it is. He was throwing a what before you said that?
11.67.
And then he throws the next bag off the board. Go figure. Tell me the announcer jinx isn't real. It is a thing.
All right, I think on deck we have Cheyenne, Bubenheim, and Bella coming up next.
Heck of a match.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Me too. Here's a chance for Steve. You know, it's interesting. You start calling this level, like going from the high school and college, and now some of them can really play, and we'll see them in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But then, sometimes you would see that, like at this level, Frank has that bag a little left off the hole. All right, that's out of play. Here's a chance to get points. You can't necessarily say that at that level, right?
Yep.
You don't know if you're going to get points there. We're here.
Many times I've said, that bag's out of play. He's not going to get that. Like at the pro level, goes and gets it. I'm like, I clearly didn't even think that was possible.
Yeah.
Good bag.
I would say Devin Harbaugh, Corpus Christi, the run up to the semifinals was the best I've ever seen cornhole played ever.
Really?
Yeah, if the bag was on the board, he could collect it. I mean, Matt Guy threw a 10-3, 10-5, something ridiculous, and didn't score a point. Not that he didn't win.
Yeah.
He didn't score a point and threw like a 10-5.
Yeah, I did not have him in my bracket there.
All of a sudden, a 4-bagger here, and you have a lead change for Steve Schrader.
Ooh, that bag's dripping. There it goes.
But yeah, that's the highest level I've ever seen. Because he could he was collecting everything on Earth. I mean, threw an 11, whatever it was, for an entire day.
He was having himself a day?
Yeah, and then he had to change bags.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I remember that.
By the way, once again, that rule is not new. Been around for years, but it's...
He had to switch bags, and he only had one set of bags with him.
Yeah, had to switch bags twice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he wins that tournament. But that rule is not new. So
yeah, exactly. That's been around forever.
Yeah.
Higher seed gets their bag.
Yep.
Someone said they met Cheyenne in South Florida last weekend. She is the nicest person. Yeah, she's all right. I'm just kidding.
She is.
She is. Very nice. She's a great partner.
Yeah, pretty good at cornhole.
Mm-hmm.
All right, in for... oh, no. Thought we had
nothing. It didn't go in.
Good wash. That's something stuck in my throat. It's the worst.
No more ACL conference, correct? Can someone explain why? I can guarantee you that someone can explain that to you. We are not those people.
Right. Man,
I got no idea.
Those people exist. They're just not using these microphones presently. All right. Uh-oh. Frank taking some time on this one. Is he thinking and one?
Oh,
he
hit it.
is. Wow, he was thinking it. I thought he was taking a little time to think about it, and there it is. You know what would be great? Replay.
What? Right, Corey. Where's the replay, man?
Follows up the and one with another airmail. Frank feeling it right now.
I think the truck has replay. We might be able to. They might be able to see it on Facebook.
Wow, there's a good 3-spot. Another lead change, make it 14-12. Frank Modlin. Yeah, when he kind of pulled back there, is he thinking and one? Boom, there it was. Perfect. Back and forth we go. 14-12, Frank Modlin. You know what would drive me crazy? Someone pulls an and one on you and then kind of looks at you apologetically like, dude, you knew what you were doing.
You remember the broadcast where James and one Damon Dennis? It was at Cherokee.
It's a while. Okay.
And Damon looked over at him and he shook his fist at him.
Yeah. These two guys just going about their day.
Right, just conversating, hanging out.
Just talking about whatever. Frank up 16-12.
I usually say that bag's not collectible. Then I see Eric Davis throwing a bag. I don't know. We haven't seen much of the Magician lately.
Right?
Someone says, I met Gavin Cano and Braden Wilson. They were nice, too.
Braden is a super kid.
Braden, listen, the kid is, he just has it all. He's nice as can be.
Mm-hmm.
We did those hero shots at Worlds.
Yeah.
So entertaining. He's definitely, watch out for him. He's going to do big things.
I went up to his dad last year, and I was like, I just want you to know that you need some congratulations because you have raised one hell of a kid.
Yeah.
Seriously. And he's mature beyond his years and stature.
For sure. And before I even knew who he was it last year? I think it was. I played the Florida Open last year. During Rounders, he played with Cameron Belvin. So I went and played them in Rounders. I never met him, didn't know who he was. Walked up, he put his hand out.
Yes.
I'm Braden. I was like, oh, look at you.
Yes.
You're so cute.
He is a very mature young man. He's better at certain things that you're supposed to do than a lot of the adults.
For sure. 100%.
And that comes from the parents. So, well done.
Someone said, I can't wait for Eric to find his footing again. One of my favorite players. I could not agree more. Eric,
100%.
I love watching Eric play. He's one of my favorite players also. But I need some old Eric.
I need Eric to make more bags.
Well,
I think he goes hunting to make those shots sometimes, and you can get in trouble.
He gets bored, and he's like, let's try this.
Yeah.
That's not how you win a whole lot of cornhole unless you're having a day and hitting all the shots.
Especially not now, right?
Nice airmail there by Frank.
The talent's too deep now because, I think used to he could kind of get away with it and beat some people and get to where he wanted to get to, and now you just can't. You can't take that many chances. Steve, that's what I'm talking about right there. You give up points, and Frank's telling you great shot. I'd be like, save it, dude.
I love that. You throw like an 8, and they throw 12, and they give you knucks. You're like, yeah, congratulations.
Are you on my team on this? Because I don't want that at all. Right? Like, you're beating me. I don't want your knuckles.
Are you congratulating yourself in my face and want me to celebrate with you?
Yeah, exactly. After the match, we can shake hands, and I'll tell you how great you are, but not right now.
Yeah.
That's funny. I still think it's on purpose.
Just a ha-ha.
Uh-huh. Just get in your head a little bit. Just to get in your head just a touch.
Meanwhile, Frank Modlin 1 point away from moving on in this bracket.
Speaking of runs, pretty impressive. He had a nice lead, and that'll do it. If Frank makes it, this is pretty much
one in.
Over.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Going up.
But Frank was down Steve had taken the lead back 20-11, and then Frank runs it out from there. So big win, Frank Modlin. All right, kids, we're going to come back to Myrtle Beach with more cornhole action right after this. All right, Cornhole Nation, we're back. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Myrtle Beach Sports and Recreation Center. Man, all kinds of stuff going on this weekend. We've had high school singles. We've had college singles and doubles, high school doubles. We've got junior singles and doubles, right?
Just singles.
Just singles? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we've got women's singles.
Starts at 3, I think, juniors.
Senior singles. Obviously, we have open number 6, which will happen in full this weekend. So all kinds of stuff. Who all's on TV tonight? Do you know off the top of your head?
No, I don't.
Allison's dropping the ball.
Listen, if I knew them all and I knew their names, then that would be different.
By the way, for those of you that are wondering that don't have it up at home.
This is just down and back also.
Yeah. We've got the winner of this match will take on the winner of Allison Peters and Dawn Fay. Allison up 11-8 presently in that match. Maybe.
All right, they are getting ready to...
These are good?
Go live.
These bags are live. On the other side, Kelly Jenkins and Raleigh Schaff. Kaylee Hunter, 22-0 over Zoe Gann.
Wow.
That's following a 29-3 win over Tanya Talent, a 22-5 win over Jennifer Robinson. So she was 23-16, so she had a close game in the first round, and she's just rolling people right now. So
nice.
Would love to see her game come back, because that's another player that game oozes out of her bag. You just wonder where it is sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Sarah Cassidy still alive. Emily Downer still alive. Deborah Odom still alive.
Nice.
Down in the
Love Deb.
elimination bracket. Megan Maupin, Maya Cup throwing down right now in the elimination bracket.
Megan Maupin, that's one we haven't heard in a little while.
Connie Altice up 14-11 over Elizabeth Tennyson in the elimination bracket.
I didn't even know Elizabeth Tennyson was here.
I didn't either. Isn't that crazy? We're kind of hidden. It's a little different this
Yeah.
time. Last year, or the last couple of times we've been here, streaming courts were over in kind of the main area.
Yeah,
We're
in the midst of all the boards.
Yeah, we are now kind of separated on this side. So if you don't walk over there, you might miss some people. And I get scared of crowds, so I don't go over there anymore.
That's what I was saying. I was like, it's so weird having like the big broadcast and back of house in between. Like we have 13 sets of boards over here, and then you have to walk to the other side of the gymnasium to, the rest of the boards.
Yep.
It's an odd little setup, but
I don't dislike it. It's just if you want to kind of see where everything's going, you got to be able to walk over there. Oh, little roll back, a little cut. Didn't quite cut for her.
we couldn't get in. Oh, what a nice aerial by Cheyenne. We couldn't get over there till 4:30 for setup, so we said, that's not going to be enough time.
Here's another 2, make it 3-0 for Cheyenne. So here we are. We talked about this earlier. Cheyenne kind of just being the bully in the women's game. But, Bella being a player from a talent perspective that you think could give her trouble. Is it just mental? Is it just a mental thing now?
I don't know. Bella, last time I watched Bella, she was doing her thing. Someone's asking about Tony Smith. I have not seen him. I don't know if he plans on being here this weekend.
Yeah, that's a good question. I haven't seen Tony at all. But then again, I haven't seen a good number of folks that haven't been over there.
But also, there's not a lot going on for, the Open doesn't start until tomorrow.
Right.
So I would imagine that
the players that are playing will be coming in today.
arriving today, yeah.
Oh, that's can she sneak around? She cannot.
Nope. Going to give up 2 more, making it 5-0 here. Cheyenne in the lead.
Uh-oh, holding the belly there a little bit. Maybe
That's
there's
just
some kicking going on.
Possibly.
She's able to, it's so funny. You were talking about the blocks. See, I think, now if you throw a level 1 block, I think you're right. I think she pushes right through it.
Yeah.
You kind of like we were talking, you kind of have to block a little bit lower down the board, but then can you collect that block? Unless you're a Tony Smith or an Eric Davis or someone like that seems to collect anything on the board.
See? Right there. Right through it.
And it doesn't look like she's throwing any harder. That's what's amazing to me. It's the same motion every single time.
That's why she's good at it. She's got the same motion.
Ooh.
2 more. Make it 7-0.
So does Bella kind of fight through this, or just like,
Yeah.
you know what?
She weathers the storm.
I'll wait and I'll see you next time.
No.
Deep. You think she's going to just kind of wait for the game to catch up?
Yep, she's going to keep digging.
Crazy year for that young lady. We won't go into that, but a crazy year nonetheless.
Yeah. Going up. Oh,
Ooh,
there you go.
Yeah.
Can pick up a point here, maybe.
Now you just have to collect.
Going slick side. Everything bunches on. Cheyenne just blocks behind.
Yep.
Go up, you think?
I think you have to, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. Nice. She rides one in. Gonna pick up a point.
She's a little unlucky not to get that front bag.
Right.
They make it look so simple.
They really do.
They do. You did too, back in the day.
Back in the long time day ago.
It really, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that long ago. 4 years ago? 2019, were you still playing
19.
20?
That was my first pro year.
20 or 19?
1920 and then 2021.
Okay.
And then I started doing this.
It's a lot less stressful over here.
I mean, sometimes. Except for when they put me over here by myself.
Oh, how about,
no one to talk to.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice.
That's so ridiculous. Yeah. It's actually a good thing that they don't do that to me because I get lost on tangents anyway. If I was by myself, I would be talking about who knows what. I mean, who knows what I'd be talking about?
I just can't. I can talk about who knows what with you, but I can't sit here and just have a conversation by myself. It's so, I'm pretty boring.
Yeah. Well,
pretty boring to talk to by myself.
it's hard. It's hard. You got, like, Wally gets used to it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I don't know how Wally does it. Like,
well, he stays engaged with the chat quite a bit.
That's true, too. That makes it a little easier.
That's almost what you have to do at that point.
It's like you're not. Well, I was on the digital network. There was no chat.
Ah, that makes it even worse.
Yeah, I was like, there's another bag. It went in the hole.
Tell you what, Bella got a little lucky there. Cheyenne kind of rimmed out on that airmail. That could have been a lot worse. Instead, it's still 10-1. 10-1. And the way they're playing, it doesn't seem like a lot's going on, but it's 10-1.
Right? It seems like it's a pretty, like,
ho-hum.
Pretty close, like,
yeah.
Nothing crazy, no huge points, but 10s don't win.
10s don't win. I'm going to ask you a question and see what you think about this. How many players on tour do you think utilize the step up to the front of the board while you're in your shot? Like you're playing against your opponent, they're picking up their bag, and they kind of step forward to the line as you're shooting. Because I see it a lot, and I can tell some people are doing it on purpose. Wow, great bag, Bella. I see it a lot, and I'm wondering how much of it's on purpose and how much of it's just not really paying attention. Because it's got to get in your eye line.
It's really annoying when they keep their bags on the front of the board and you're getting ready to throw, and they're like bent over the board trying to pick up their bag.
I think some people do it on purpose. I think they do. Because, I mean, you're just you're talking about it. I mean, it would get in your eye line. You would have to be so focused to have that not bother you.
Yes.
And I'm wondering how many players do, little things, just little things. I mean, you can't really say it's illegal, right? I mean, it's just, hey, I'm picking up my bags. I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't like it. It annoys me. If I realize it.
Right. Right. If you know what's going on.
Yeah. If I feel like they're doing it on purpose, then I will stand there and be like, go ahead, get your bag, stand up, get out of the way. I'll wait for you.
Yeah, I'm not going to say any names, but I've noticed some players, especially when another player's on a run, right? Like their opponent is just kind of feeling it, and they're just on a run. All of a sudden, they'll just kind of start stepping to the front of the board to get in their spot while that other player is shooting. And it's funny, just little things.
I throw from the back of the board, so I'm always back behind.
In other sports, people do things to get people to mess up. I mean, it's competition.
Corey's stealing my paper.
Yeah.
Chase has a whole notepad over there, and Corey came over here just to steal my one little piece of paper that I had.
I mean, playing high school basketball.
Did you see? You missed that, didn't you?
In high school basketball, for example, you're getting ready to shoot a free throw, and the other team will have their hands up, and as you shoot, they bring their hands down. They're taught to do this, by the way. This is coaching. Yeah. Because it is distracting when you've got 4 sets of arms moving at once while you're trying to shoot. But, I mean, it happens in sports. That was a great bag, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
I had to finish mine. But now I'm done.
All done. All right. Moving on.
I'm done. Yes, chat, I actually did play high school basketball at 5'7". Bring back those days. That was fun.
You're listening to Bernie. This isn't
I'll
Jake.
Talk.
Jake's on the other court. They separated us this weekend.
They did.
We're both having to produce instead of.
But Jake's all by himself over there.
Yeah, he loves talking to himself. Loves it. The man loves the sound of his own voice. I tell him that all the time.
That I don't. I actually don't like my voice. I will very, very rarely go back and listen to an episode of Borderline.
She kind of bar up herself a little bit there.
Yep. Now, how does that not come back? It's going to have to when this lands. Well,
there it goes.
Helped her out, yeah.
Yeah, like when I'm over there with Jake, I'm just like, you don't need me.
You go. Can we talk about just the fact that human beings just create small human beings inside their own body? I mean, is that not insane?
No, it's wild. It's also like once you have the baby, you're like, I'm a mom. That is the weirdest thing ever. How did this happen?
I never had, well, obviously I couldn't have children as a
Yes.
male, but I never was a father for the reason that I'm remarkably inconsistent as a human being. And you can't do that as a parent.
Yeah.
And I'm selfish.
At least you're honest.
I mean, right? It's my time. You mean I've got to watch these cartoons all day when the game's on? What?
Well, nowadays, there's a TV in every room. You don't have to
Right.
do that.
Well, what I mean, someone's got to be with them. Can't let them run wild.
Look,
Like choke on
you
something.
see mine? Sitting there, quiet as can be, not doing anything, not bothering anyone, just playing on his iPad. If I would let him, he would do that all day.
Really?
But when they do that all day, when they're allowed to play games and stuff like that,
Yeah.
they're mean, man. They get mean. I don't know what it is about the video games.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, you're not. I'm sure you're going to not find this strange at all. My mom almost had to buy harnesses for me because I was that kid that was bouncing off the walls, man. But I was raised. But sit me in front of a television and I'm there all day,
Yeah.
which is not good. I was raised by a television.
Yeah, he likes the games more than just watching TV. But he does like to watch people, like he likes to play Mario.
Mm-hmm.
He loves watching YouTube videos of people playing video games.
Right.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
I think one thing that players could start doing against Cheyenne is changing her rhythm. Like I feel like we've gotten to a point here where Bella's just kind of letting her throw at her own pace.
Yeah.
And she's the kind of player that you get let her get locked in. She might make 40, 45 in a row on you, right?
Oh yeah.
I think.
Look at that.
Oh,
Off
jinx.
the back.
Yeah, but like change her pace a little bit.
I
Wait
just
between
don't know
shots, then go fast and change. Like, I mean, it probably won't help, but I mean, just to let her get in a rhythm.
Just try.
But I mean, yeah, just to let her get in a rhythm and eat you alive can't be good either. She's going up again. No.
Nope. Back block.
Here comes, yeah, she didn't like where she put it. Here comes a little cut to collect.
Is Cheyenne pregnant or just large? She's 7 months pregnant.
Wow. Was someone just being mean on purpose? Can you imagine saying that about, like...
What if she wasn't pregnant?
What if I said that about a female player on air? Would I have a job tomorrow doing this?
You would still probably have a job, but you would definitely get roasted.
Oh, I'd get roasted online. But
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I might get in big trouble for saying something like that.
Really?
Talking about... Look, you can't talk about a female's weight. You can't even do that with people you know well. Right? Like, what?
But yeah.
I can't imagine saying that. Like, yeah, she's put on a few pounds. Got to work that out before the game gets better. I mean, like, can you imagine saying something like that?
She was little. How do you not know who Cheyenne Renner? Cheyenne Bubenheim is,
So,
and what she, she's
however,
always on this.
Cut them some slack. If you're new to this and you're not aware of who she is, yes, she's pregnant. If you're not new to this, you're just being
a
mean.
baby.
Yeah.
It's clearly a baby bump.
Yeah, the way that even the way it looks.
Look at that.
Ooh, how tilted that was.
Yeah, she almost.
She can't believe she got nothing out of it. Like, it just kind of stayed there.
Cheyenne's going to take a timeout. Barney's going to play us some tunes.
Man, I could literally do that all day. Now, if they would have had stuff like this around when I was a kid, I probably would have never left the room.
My kid got a bunch of educational toys for Christmas.
Gotta have them.
Other than the iPad, so, we'll see.
18-8. It's been kind of methodical here from Cheyenne, right? I mean, she's had one board off the back, I think.
One board off the back?
Yeah, one board off the back. One bag off the back. I can't even talk. How about some more Gatorade?
So anyways, yeah, we are going to have a baby Bubenheim very shortly.
A baby Bubenheim.
A baby Bubenheim.
And I am excited that they're naming it Bernie. That is really nice of them. Bernie Bubenheim.
That's not the name that I heard.
Bernie Bubenheim just seems like the best accountant.
It does. Listen,
the best accountant in your city.
It flows. The best accountant in your city. Was that a social?
That was. Is that the first one?
Social. First one we paid attention to.
Yeah, good point. Don't confuse me with the facts. Yep, deep breath from Bella's like, all right.
Yeah, you got to lock in.
Yeah, she's down 18-8. There you go. She'll just slide around it because she's a jerk. Now you deal with your own block.
Yeah, I'm not doing the work for you. I
Yeah.
can get right around that.
Uh-oh.
That's really irritating as a player, too, when someone puts a block and then you push through it, and then they put a block, and then you push through it, and then they put another block. You're like, I mean, do you want me to do everything for you?
Right.
Bella plays better without the headphones.
Interesting.
So that, last night, we had a question from Keck. Do you think that we should ban headphones?
There are a number of people within the organization that think we should.
What do you think, chat? Should we ban headphones, or are you for us being able to wear them?
And there's a number that think it shouldn't matter one way or the other.
What do you all think? You guys are the players. She definitely backloaded that bag.
I think the players that like to chatter a lot don't like the fact that people wear headphones, because obviously one of their tactics of getting in someone's head doesn't work if the other person's wearing headphones.
So you think that Jordan Power's not a fan?
My guess is he would not be a fan, or a Logan Chamberlain, or, guys, an Adam Hissner, going back, that like to kind of get in your head a little bit.
Yeah.
Would rather you not be wearing headphones.
What's next? Ban alcohol? Never. Hits it with the drag. Gonna pick up some points.
Unlucky. Is that? Yep, she'll get 2. Unlucky that back one didn't go. I can let you in on a little secret from behind the curtain. There are a lot of sponsors that don't like the fact that alcohol is part of this game.
I'm sure not.
And that has been an issue.
What other professional sport can you go out and drink all day? I still got the timeout thing on. Sorry, guys.
The only one I can remember is golf. I think it's illegal to drink while you're in a tournament, but, guys would kind of sneak it. But that's the only one I can think of. And there's a bag off the back from Cheyenne. Been a while.
Is she taking another timeout?
Yeah, she's got whole control. Cheyenne's got whole control here. That's tough. Her airmail, she wanted to do a short airmail and take her 2 bags, but a touch too short, trampolined off Bella's off the back. But I don't know. What do you do here if you're Bella? Do you go up on top, maybe?
I think maybe you go slick side and try and push. Because
you're
if
going to take hers, though, aren't you?
Well, she still has a bag left.
Here's the roll. Yep. Cheyenne got one. Well, one of Cheyenne's fell. Does she try to sneak her around? No, she's going to just lay it on.
Yep.
I think that was a shot. Like, if it does find a way to sneak around, fine. If not, I'll just leave it right there. Give her 1. So Bella's still alive, 20-11.
I say watch for foot fouls. We do, but we're not officials. So we'll talk about it, but there's nothing we can do about it.
That's up to the player at this point. Until we can get 150 different officials at one tournament, it's kind of up to the players to officiate their game.
Yep.
And there are other sports that do that, golf being another one. I can't believe golf allows people to call in from watching television at home and to call fouls on players. Do you know that's happened on more than one occasion?
Really?
Yep. Because they can't see every shot, but someone at home can because of the camera angles and what they do, and they'll somehow call it in.
Interesting.
And then they'll see the replay and then take a stroke penalty or whatever. I can't believe they allow that. That's crazy to me.
We had someone ask for an official yesterday during college doubles last night.
Mm-hmm.
Michael had to come over. I love the flag, by the way, for the broadcast. His big red flag.
Yeah. They're going to try to, at some point with the LED lights, get a giant red like on the outside of the LEDs that are behind the board that will flash red to let the players know.
What?
Yeah, they're trying to figure that out. That bag looked odd out of her hand. Yeah, that was trouble from the get-go, and that will do it.
I think she knew that it was just...
Yeah, it was over at that
Yeah.
point. Cheyenne Bubenheim doing Cheyenne Bubenheim things.
Yeah, moving on. We will be back. I'm not sure whether we're going to bring you more women's singles or if we're going to switch over to senior singles, but we will be back shortly.
All right, Cornhole Nation. Feel that. But we are back. Myrtle Beach Sports and Recreation Center, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's New Year's. Open number 6 this weekend. We've got high school singles and doubles and college singles and doubles and women's singles, and we're back to senior singles now. I'm Bernie Neighbors, joined alongside multitasking Allison Baldwin as she's playing mom right now while she also hangs out with us.
Yeah, it's a little different having him here. Normally he is at home, but he's out of school this week, so.
There you go. Who we got here for senior singles?
We got some Terry Mathis and Robbie Davis action going on. Robbie Davis, the Eric of Brandon, the dad of Eric and Brandon Davis.
The father of the magician.
Yes.
Terry Mathis has always been one of the more sneaky good players.
Oh, yeah, he flies under the radar, for sure. Sneaky good.
Always going to be up there statistically, just a solid player.
Been playing for a very, very long time.
And I believe we are these bags live?
I would say by the bag spin.
Yeah, I think these are good to go. These bags are live, kids.
Remember the days before the spin when it was the flip?
Yeah.
We used to flip the bag.
I never understood that, by the way.
You didn't understand the flipping of the bag?
I mean, I got it. I'm just saying, just the spin. I don't even. So, what are you looking for in the spin? If there are people out there that don't know.
Where the seam's at.
Oh, good bag. You know what? That's kind of an and one in its own way there with the collect, and then Robbie's bag falling off the side. Kind of let him off the hook. That could have been a 5 spot. Still will be a 3. The only problem with senior singles are the tablets.
Right?
We could put your son up there. He would have it down in like 5 minutes.
Right.
Wouldn't have a problem with it. Senior singles gets a little tougher with the tablets. Uh-oh. Lunch is here. I'm Bernie, by the way. What's up, buddy?
I told him to be quiet. That's why he won't talk to you. Can you say hi, Bernie?
Mm-hmm. Nice to meet you.
Aww.
See? Good things are happening everywhere. All right. Is that who got that one? Not even paying attention.
I was watching you guys thumb wrestle.
I know. I love this that because of where there you
Terry
go.
picking up 2.
Put the pad in front of the drinks. There we go. Now we're ready. Now we're ready. 5-0 for Terry.
Ready to roll now. I know. I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be here for the Open. Like that's the fun part.
Well, I said I would be here for a while, but I thought about it. I heard everyone was kind of leaving tomorrow. A lot of everyone leaving, and I was like, oh, I'll leave too. But then I found out I got to stay because everyone's leaving. Someone's got to call some of these matches tomorrow.
Yeah, because our 2 people from our team that are staying are playing tomorrow.
Yes, they are. You know what? I got to get over to the senior bracket. I'm not even paying attention. I'm still on the ladies bracket. Let's move on over here.
Look, Bernie, it's better for the commentators not to say the rude comments out loud for 500 people to hear.
Damon Dennis is here. I haven't seen Damon. He lost, actually, oddly enough, early to Gerald Gray. Took him down 21-14.
Gerald, he's from my area. He's really good.
That's who Terry beat to get to. This is the king seat match, by the way.
Oh, really?
In this bracket. Yes, bracket
nice.
A. Robbie just took down Chucky Love to get here.
There's more than 500 people watching, by
nice.
the way.
So this is the king seat match for bracket A and senior singles. Let's take a look if we can find that other senior singles bracket. There it is, bracket B.
I am not staying because after a few days I'm ready to go home. No, we only have 2 courts for the high school and college stuff. We're going to break it down to one and run the open with just one live court.
Mm-hmm. By the way, if you're wondering about the senior singles B bracket, Fat Sim awaiting an opponent in the king seat match. He's waiting on the winner of Frank Modlin and Andy Phillips. Andy is presently up 12-8 over Frank Modlin.
Okay.
So senior singles is moving along. Get back to this bracket.
While we were eating breakfast, they had some
I love that Terry's got to pick it up each time.
Yep, I love the boots. He's not. His ankles are not rolling in those.
They are absolutely not. He has the most comfortable ankles in the building right now. It is 9-2 for Terry. It's funny because you watch Terry and he's such a high PPR guy, but when you watch his bag, you wouldn't think, oh, that's one of the better bags in the senior game or the game in general.
Yeah,
but it works.
Yeah, well, it flies under the radar constantly. Always has.
And now he's got a chance. I think Robbie's bag will go. Well, got a chance to get 4 here.
At least if he goes in.
Jinx.
Is that bag moving?
No, I don't think so. That'll be 2 more, though. 11-2. By the way, Riley Schaff has moved on. I think she's 1 match away from the queen seat. So she's playing very well.
Gotta love Terry keeping the Philip Hayden boots alive.
Absolutely.
We miss Philip Hayden.
Amen.
Well, he's just not playing cornhole, Bernie.
Ooh, he can't believe that didn't catch an edge there.
Good he bag. Went slick side that time.
Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, out at Shamar Moore's house last year, the Pros and Joes tournament, didn't Robbie win that? I can't remember who was part. Was it him or was it? I thought Robbie won that.
All
right.
We didn't stay till the end.
Anyone out there that remembers that, if you're out in the chat land, let us know. I'm pretty sure he played in the finals, but I can't remember who won that.
Maybe at that late.
It was late.
No one might remember that late.
Yeah. And better yet, who was his partner? Who was the pro at that time? Because he was a pretty good non-pro to get in that.
Absolutely.
In that blind draw setting.
Can he grab this bag? Look at that. He does. 2 more still, though.
Yep, going to give up 2 more, make it 17-2. Once again, winner here will get the king seed of bracket A in senior singles.
How long do you have to wait to see if the bag is going to fall before you can grab it?
Is it 10 seconds?
That's what I thought, too, was 10.
But if it's moving.
Yeah, if it's moving, then you can't touch it.
Yeah. But I would think if it's moving, it's going to be moving the whole time, right?
Well, sometimes, like, the beads are moving, but you can't really tell, and they'll fall.
That's true. Once the weight gets distributed to that one side a little more, then it'll start to move again.
Yep.
I hear you. Uh-oh.
Can he get 4 here?
Yeah, this could be it. Just a straight slide shot here. Oh, my. Wow.
How do you avoid that bag?
He's going to let Robbie do the work,
Look,
and Robbie's able to get around. Hey, staying alive.
2 more.
19-2. Terry knows he let him off the hook there. Yep. But still, 19-2. This has been impressive from Terry.
He's a pretty impressive guy throwing bags.
He is, no doubt. By the way, have I just destroyed this napkin? I mean, I've just been rolling it around in my hand for like the last 25 minutes.
We could get you another one.
I am a fidget spinners.
That was a great job bullying that bag away from the hole.
And it's probably going to get him to win. Yeah, fidget spinners were made for me. I was the person they had in mind.
In for the win.
And it is.
That is it.
Wow, impressive work. Terry Mathis will take the king seat for Bracket A and senior singles. All right, boys and girls, we're going to have more action. I'm not sure, once again, if it's going to be senior singles or women's singles, but we're going to have more cornhole action when we come back to Myrtle Beach right after this. All right, Cornhole Nation, we are back inside Myrtle Beach Sports and Recreation Center. But anyway, we are back, and we have some more women's singles action coming for you. This match, by the way, is to get to the Queen Seat match. Two ladies having a great tournament so far. Riley Schaff, Haley Hunter, both players that, to me, have always had an extraordinary amount of potential.
Definitely.
Kaylee is one of those that I've always just been waiting for her to kind of explode from a potential perspective. I mean, she's just another player that the bag, when you see it in the air, when you...
She's always had such a pretty bag.
Yes. I mean, honestly, if you were to say, all right, what do you want your bag to look like to a young player, you would say, I want it to look exactly like that in the air.
Someone said Robbie Davis looks like an older Wally.
Kind of. I can see that.
Another chat question. Who's your favorite cornhole player, Bernie?
That's tough. I'm still kind of a Devin Harbaugh fan, if you're just going talent for talent. I just love the way he plays. I still can't believe he hasn't won a major tournament, a national. He's been close. Something tells me that the moment he figures it out and wins one, he's going to win multiple.
The moment he figures it out?
Yep, because it's not his game. It's not a talent level. He's got plenty of talent to win a national or a world championship. There is a block in there somewhere. So once he figures out, gets past that, I think he wins multiple. Because I think from a talent perspective, I mean, who do you put in that league? Tony Smith and Eric Davis, maybe when he's on top of his game. I mean, there's Fisher Hamilton there too. I mean,
there's so many now.
That's so true. I could go down a list of, once again. So we do, like Jeff and I on Borderline, #Borderline. Make sure you're checking that out every Thursday at 8. You like that? Like that shameless plug right there? Anyway, we do our own top 10s usually every week. We're kind of waiting to get back into the season before we get another one in. But, people get mad when certain players aren't on there. And it's like, look, you could do probably 25.
Oh, yeah.
That the talent is so deep now that you're really not separating much.
And sometimes, you want to go out on a limb and just pick something that, especially you're like, this is going to ruffle feathers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm picking this name.
I haven't had Jake Gore in mind the last couple of times, and I probably should have. Another one, Gavin Cano should probably be in there that hasn't been in mind. But literally could go down. There's another 10 that could be in that 10. I mean, obviously you're not taking Mark Richards out. You're not taking Tony Smith out. You're not taking, I think Fisher Hamilton's got to be, like, there's certain players you're not taking out.
And also at some point, though, like, don't you just get tired of talking about the same people? So, you got to throw some different names in there just to have something different to talk about. Otherwise, you have the same show week after week.
Yeah. By the way, Riley Schaaf, looking pretty good to start this match.
Yeah, very good, especially with the way that Kaylee's been throwing.
Yep. I just think that I do get kind of caught up in the top players because that's why they're the top players.
Yeah,
there's a reason. And people do get tired of it, and we get talk about someone else. Like, I will as soon as they get up there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. You love those comments.
I will talk about anyone. Is that going to hang on? If Riley has a miss, that is her miss. She cuts it a little too heavy, right to left, and it gets away from her.
What do you do? Back block here for Kaylee? See what Riley does? Nope.
I think she knew that bag was going to fall off. That's got a lane here if you're Riley. Kind of minimize damage. Oh, wow, that's unlucky.
Wow.
Yeah, that could be trouble. Is
How
there
about
enough?
Boris, open yourself? I think if she throws the slick side, she can sleek in the front maybe.
There it is. And great call. That's why you are who you are. And just like that, that 5 spot, we've got a brand new bag game. Have you ever called a match with the professor, Anthony Ione?
I have not.
High energy, high knowledge.
Yes.
It's going very fast, very loud. And you really can't, he's so invested in the stats. He's an engineer. That's how his brain works. It makes sense.
The numbers make it make sense.
I tend to be a little bit more on the eye test side, even though I like stats too. But I tend to be more on the eye test. But see, then I can get caught up in someone's bag and how it looks and the potential instead of the results.
Yep.
Where the stats are giving you the results. Sometimes. Right? Like Matt Guy is going to continue to be the highest PPR guy, probably, who knows for how long. He's been led the tour in PPR the last 2 seasons, but has started to drop down in ranking. So where the stats aren't really showing, like, all right, who's the best stat person? Well, it's Matt Guy. Well, the ranking's not telling you he's the best player. So speaking of that, have we finally gotten to a point that to be the elite of the elite, you have to have more to your game than slide airmail?
No, I don't think so. If you can airmail?
I'm just saying, the best slide airmail player is Matt Guy.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have, I'm sure he could figure it out, but in his arsenal, there aren't some other cut shots, there aren't some other things that I think You kind of have to have.
Yeah.
You have to have more toys in the bag, I think now.
Unless your airmail is really, really good,
but
then you don't need the toys.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if it's possible to
but,
shoot airmails at a 70 to 80% clip, which you would have to do to win a tournament to play that style. I think. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's still a top 20 player. Don't get me wrong, but he's not, the Mac guy that rarely lost. And it's because the other players have more options, I think.
And also with that, if you try and roll the bag, it's probably going to stay on the board.
Exactly.
So you're not completely going off and giving up any sort of points.
100%. 100%. Your risk reward is not as risky.
Yeah. Has anyone seen Cody Henderson in a while? I saw him. I think he was at the Memphis Open.
Was he?
I think he was.
I miss Cody.
Alan Rawls. He's here this weekend. I think Cheyenne's playing with him and open doubles.
How about an underrated guy? How about a guy that finished top 10 last season and you're like, really? But in the Opens there for a while, he couldn't stop winning.
Especially in Florida.
Yeah. And that's a pretty tough area to win. A lot of really good players in Florida.
High school doubles is over for right now. It will be finished on ESPN2 later.
Chance for Riley to stop the bleeding. She had a 9-0 lead. Kaylee had come back with 7 straight. Now Riley will take 2, make it 11-7. I think Kaylee's biggest problem, if she has a problem, obviously super talented, is that she will get so mad at herself.
She does.
She can be her own worst enemy.
She gets very down on herself when she's not doing well.
She's one of the players at this level that can have one bad round become 4 bad rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And before you know it, it's gotten away from you. And I think that, to be honest, to me, at this level, that's the difference.
That's the mental game that we talk about all the time.
Yep. And I think for Riley, she has to understand that she's good enough.
I think she knows.
I think she's learning. I don't think she knows that she belongs in the elite of the women's game. I think she's learning it. You think she's already there? You think she knows that she's there?
I think she knows.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, just from what I've... there's rumblings around.
I love it. I love it. Let's start it. Rumors.
No rumors.
So is she known to be cocky or very confident?
No, not at all. But I mean, she just knows. When you know, you know.
I agree. I agree. And those players become... All right, is that why Cheyenne's the best female player? Because she absolutely knows she is.
I think I think it helps a lot to know, I beat all of these people over and over and over and over again. This is just another day at the office.
Right. What separates her from getting into, say, the top 10, 15 players in the world? Is she missing another shot? I think she's missing another shot, personally.
Yeah.
I think the top players know, that level player know how to... I think the other women should actually sit and watch those matches. That's how you beat her. But, to be honest, the confidence thing again, she'll make mistakes against those guys that she doesn't make because she knows she has to be so perfect.
Yeah.
But I digress. Here's a chance. Can Riley sneak around and leave that bag there? Kaylee will probably pick that one up with her last bag.
Yeah.
No, she'll help her out.
Riley throwing a 10.82. Kaylee throwing a 10.64.
Solid level of cornhole here. It's another 2 for Riley, another 4-bagger. Make it 13-9.
I like that jersey Kaylee has on. Nice and bright.
Kaylee's getting ready to go on a run. Early calling it. Maybe a 6-point run. I'm feeling it. I'm calling it, which is a jinx. He's probably going to throw 3 off the back right now.
6 points and a lead change?
I'm calling it. Maybe not this round, but I feel like it's coming. I feel like a run's
that could be
coming.
2 right there.
And if it happens, I'm the greatest ever.
There's possible 4 right there,
Unreal.
Bernie.
The man's a genius, and y'all get to listen to it.
You get to watch the magic, listen to the
Oh,
magic.
she gave it back
Hey,
to her.
it's all right.
Yeah.
Still lots of bags left, Bernie.
Run start with 2s. Yeah. Solid bag. Relax.
All right, definitely not going to be a 6 this round. She's
Go
going up
she is
after it and
going-
gets it.
What a bag. Kaylee Hunter. Are you kidding me?
That's
How-
gutsy.
that is gutsy. That's feeling it a little bit right
And
there.
that was no hesitation either. Like, she had already thought about that. If this is what's happening, this is what I'm doing. There was no hesitation.
There's a 4-point run in one round, all tied up. I felt the run coming. I felt like Riley was playing at an extraordinarily high level there for about 3 rounds. Might have, a bad round or two, allow Kaylee to kind of get on a run herself. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Kaylee's just got to stick with it.
Yep. And that's to me, that's another one of the really hard things about this level is sometimes your opponent is just out of their minds, right? And you have to find a way to survive that.
Got to weather the storm.
Yeah, they're going to come back to you eventually.
See what Riley does with this bag if she can.
Well, they're both sitting there on the side. Can Kaylee sneak around again? Well, let her do some work for you.
She's going to put it on for the. Oh, she knocks her bag in. She's
wow.
going to give her 2.
By the way, folks, if you want to rewind what we were talking about earlier, I said Kaylee was about to go on about a 6-point run.
How many is that?
That's 6. Does it continue, though? Interesting. Oh, no. I think so. I think it does. I think she's kind of found her rhythm. And now I want to see how Riley reacts to giving up 6 straight points.
Yeah, they both had sat for a minute waiting to play up here.
God, that looks short out of her hand.
It hit really low on the board.
Mm-hmm. Do you kind of replace here and just play a little side by side? Well, it's the last
No,
bag.
you don't. I was about to say you don't have any bags left.
Can she sneak in?
I think she can.
Well, 2's 2. Run
she
stops. The run ends, and we are all tied at 15. What a match. You're welcome, folks, for the commentary. It's been amazing. You're right.
It's getting chilly in here.
Is it?
Well, you have 20 layers on, so I'm sure that
I'm
you're
old,
not.
man.
Oh, she went with the first bag block here. Kaylee just gets behind it. She's got a land shark on the board.
Yeah. Land shark. That is a
Well, look at that.
great
That was impressive.
And that's what I mean. That talent oozes out of her at times.
Uh-oh. This could be trouble.
Yeah, Kaylee got a little afraid of that bag, and now it could be big trouble because that's coming back.
Kaylee going hard at that land shark
And
there.
all it did was
trying to-
turn it. It didn't even knock it
Yeah.
back flat. That's crazy. All
Can
right.
Kaylee cut around these and only give up 2? She can.
Good bag.
Yeah, that was best case scenario
Yep.
in that situation.
And for you folks at home that
Could
are
have
just
been ugly.
starting to play, sometimes giving up 2 is okay. Don't let the 2 turn into a 5.
Yep.
Actually,
There's.
are we feeling a little
A
tension?
possible
It
two.
feels a little tense in here all of a
It's
sudden.
so quiet in here. For being so many people, it's
Yeah.
so quiet.
This is another one of those that giving up the 2 is not going to kill you, but don't make it worse. Maybe she'll help you. Maybe she'll help you out with this last bag. In to guarantee 2 if you're Riley. And that's what I mean.
Ooh.
That's why you got to stay in it. Don't get overly aggressive. And there
Because
you are.
the announcer might jinx you.
Yep. And that's a wash. That's a win. You got nothing, but you got to feel like that's a win if you're Kaylee Hunter with your first bag
For
being
sure.
right. About Mr. Lucky Bags himself over there checking out this action. Mike
Yes,
Hennessy,
he is.
with Riley Schaaf's mother right next to him.
My son earlier, he was like, Mom, I saw Mike. He gave him a Lucky Bags t-shirt the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it goes down to his knees. He's tried wearing it the next day. I'm like, uh-oh.
This could be a big moment here.
Should we move that bag? Nope.
Oh, my goodness. She gave it right back to her. Wow. That's one of those you'll be thinking about for a while. Because she was thinking collect, and I could get a big number, and then just a straight slide.
Now she's got to collect that and get the one in her hand in just for a wash.
Yep.
She's got to get one of them in, right? Is that what we're looking at?
Yes. Well, yes, she does.
Gets
Great
them both.
bag. So we get a wash. Wow. And if you're Riley in that situation, throwing that bag short early, you got to feel like you stole points right there.
Yeah.
Stay 17-15. The tension, maybe getting to these. Well, but Riley's landing point is low on the board, so sometimes she can get, if she kind of pulls the string on a little bit, she can come up short.
I can't see the front of the board over there. I just see a Pepsi cup.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah.
Well, I want to put it there.
Now I see a Gatorade. Lots of drinks.
Oh, playing with the guys in the truck there.
Yep. How cool is it? We got like a truck over here now.
Yeah, it's nice. Uh-oh, 19-15. Riley on the verge of playing in the queen seat. The winner here will take on the winner of the Cheyenne Bubenheim Allison Peters
Allison Peters.
match.
That's a name that we used to hear a whole lot of when she first started throwing. And we haven't heard much lately of her.
Well, kind of pushed that one right out of her hand. Yeah, Allison, that kind of old style slide game, but she has a tendency when she's not playing well, obviously, to be a little left and right, which when you're playing that style, not going to work.
Yeah.
But
Do you think Kaylee goes after this bag that's hanging?
Well,
Definitely now.
have to now.
Yeah.
Could tie it up.
There she goes. Nope. She
Oh,
went.
my goodness. That is unfortunate. It had to be another inch longer, and it was not.
I don't know
Maybe
that I
even 3
agree with
inches.
her, like, trying to land. What is happening, Bernie?
This is called nerves, by the way. This is exactly what's happening. Nerves are happening.
Does she try and go just over it?
Go after it. I mean,
Yeah, I think I don't know. There
and
she
there
gets
it is. Went after it. Got it.
Yeah, see, she should have just gone with that.
So did she get 3 there? So all of a sudden it's 19-18?
I'm not sure what happened there.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
19-18.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, the music made me feel better. So you can see the board now. You're good. You have an unobstructed view.
I do now, yes.
But see how low sometimes her landing point is with Riley?
Even though I should probably be watching on the monitor so that if the cameras aren't switched, I realize it.
That blocks a little, maybe too far, but let's see.
Oh, no, that could be the game right there.
Kaylee just looked up. She knows it.
Yeah,
I mean, basically,
in for the win here.
I think she wanted to leave it there, and it almost was short. But either
Riley
way,
has to get both of these bags, and Kaylee still gets one. That's it.
that will do it. Wow, what
Kaylee
a
Hunter
moment.
moving on to the queen seat game.
Kaylee Hunter survives. That
Yes.
could have gone. Either player had their chances. Both had a little nerves there at the end, but Kaylee survives. We're going to have more cornhole action here in Myrtle Beach right after this. All right, Cornhole Nation. Hear that piano? That's me mixing it up for you. Anyway, we are back. Myrtle Beach Sports and Recreation Center, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Senior singles has now found its way over to court number 2. If you're curious, if you've been listening all day and we haven't said who we are, I am Bernie Neighbors, joined alongside the magnificent Allison Baldwin. And we've been holding down the action here on Court 2 and YouTube for you all day. So,
birthday number 56.
Right? Day 4 vibes here on day 2. Anyway, who we got playing in senior singles, Allison?
We got Andy Phillips in the Lucky Bags jersey and Faf Sim in the Fire jersey.
Fath is a name I think people are going to get to know a little bit this season. I think the people in the Carolinas have known about him for a while.
sure.
Let's see, are we in senior singles A?
There's 2 brackets for senior
There
singles.
are.
Wow.
I think we are actually in bracket B. Let's see.
You know what that means, Bernie?
What's that?
You're going to be here forever today.
Yes, we are. All day long.
We don't get to go home at all.
No. And then I've got to go over and yell on a microphone later. This is the king seat match, by the way, bracket B.
Okay. Well, yeah, but when you're done yelling on the microphone over there, then you get to leave. We got to come back over here and do more.
That's a good point. I do get to leave early.
Yeah.
Seniority and whatnot.
I was here when you got here. I'll be here when you leave.
You know, that's what happens. You know, when you get older, they'll just let you do things. They know your brain just doesn't work that long. Interesting.
The longest days ever were the draft this year.
Oh, this year. I got to tell you, the longest days ever were the first draft that we did, and Jeff McCarriger and myself, the first day.
That was when you ripped your pants, wasn't it?
It was. 7 hours straight.
Of this?
No, just talking, us two on the draft. Just 7 hours straight.
7 hours.
Straight, without, it was just us. It was we did interviews, we did everything else. No one else was helping us broadcast the draft. And then the next day was 3.5. So we did a little over 10 hours in 2 days without anyone joining in. We looked at each other like,
I don't want to ever talk to you again.
That was pretty crazy.
No, I helped with setting up everything. I didn't do live stream at the draft/open.
Yep.
And I was there one day from 8 a.m., I think, until 2 a.m.
Oh, those days, yeah. Don't want any part of that ever again.
No. Well, actually, I would do it all again because,
It's a lot of, with a lot of the setup stuff, when we load in and load out, it's nothing it's not that things are extraordinarily heavy. I mean, some are, but you've got machines to handle that stuff. It's all awkward, right? It's not like just picking up a weight.
It's not even that. Once you get here and you get everything off of the truck, you have to set the trusses up. You have to put the mats down. You got to put the pucks down. You got to build the A-frames. You got to build our whole spaceship that we have here.
There is a lot that goes into this that is unseen.
I mean, we're running 4 laptops.
We're much more like a rock concert than we are a sporting
A
event.
mini PC, 3 Roadcasters. I don't know how many Stream Decks. I don't know, 10 you know what I mean?
We are much more like a rock concert.
We have so many things we ran out of cables to plug everything in.
I know. It's unreal.
You're up on ladders, plugging the cameras in.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Gotta make time. Otherwise, we wouldn't be bringing any coverage.
That's tough. So that's what we're doing for you because we love you, viewer.
Yeah, we got here what day did we load in?
Thursday. No.
Yeah, Wednesday we loaded in.
Wednesday. My brain. 27th. Whenever the 27th was load-in day.
So we got here
2 days ago?
at 11 a.m. and some of them left at 11 p.m. and we still weren't done getting everything set.
That is rough. I used to do that.
We do it all for the love of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys in the comments tell us how terrible we are, just know that's what we're doing for you.
Yeah, it
for
hurts.
you to bring you this live coverage, and you guys are hating on us.
Yeah, great bag. It hurts. It hurts deep down. Chance you for Fath to get 2 more.
This guy is color coordinated. He's got his hat,
all in,
his bags, his jersey, everything's matching.
Andy's just going to have to figure out how to get some points out of Fath here. Got to get his game right.
That's going to be a tough one.
That is. I mean, Fath is old school. I mean, he's been around for a while.
Yep. Joining the pro division
I wonder what
this year.
I wonder what gave him that nudge. Fath, you need to be out here with these guys. You need to be doing this.
Someone says, I thought this was supposed to be on ACL TV. Will it be live at 5? So I'm not sure what exactly you're speaking about, but right now we are bringing you live coverage of women's singles and senior singles here on Court 2. Mm-hmm. Court 1 has college singles. I'm not sure if that has completed. It looks like it might have.
And that's ACL. That's, right?
That was on the Digital Network,
Digital Network, and wasn't it TikTok as well?
And TikTok, yep. And so we will continue to bring you coverage over here of women and senior singles. At 7 o'clock, we're going to have a live broadcast on ESPN2. That will be the conclusion of high school doubles and college singles.
It's all.
Phew,
It's all.
a lot,
It's all making,
going on.
It's all making sense now. That one fry looks really good, by the way. There's just one.
Have it.
There's one specific one.
They're cold.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Nobody likes cold potatoes.
Right?
Except for this guy.
But I can't talk and eat at the same time, so, I got to
It is difficult.
eat when I can
Mm-hmm.
during these 2-3 minute breaks.
There it goes. That's another. Is that another 4? Andy's going to have to pick it up. He's starting to get away from him a little bit.
Do you have the women's bracket that Cheyenne is in?
I can bring that up for you. Hold on one second. I've still got senior singles up. Let me.
If Cheyenne is sitting in the Queen's seat game, then that will be on here. Someone's asking if Cheyenne's next game is going to be up here.
I would assume so.
If it's a Queen's seat game, then yes, we will be bringing that to you.
Yes, Cheyenne beat Allison 24-10.
Okay.
She will take on Kaylee Hunter in the Queen seat match.
Is there only one women's bracket?
There is.
That's different. One women's, 2 seniors.
Allison dropped down. She's playing Maya.
Old partners.
In the elimination bracket. Sarah is awaiting, she'll be playing Bella Suprinit next in the elimination bracket. And Riley Schaff will be taking on the winner. Well, we got a ways to go for the elimination
Loser
bracket.
bracket.
Yeah, it's got to catch up.
All right, so Andy Phillips is throwing a 9. Fath Sim is throwing an 11.14.
Not too
pretty good.
shabby.
Yeah. Cheyenne's actually sitting right here watching.
Yep, there she is. Can't keep those Florida folk away from other Florida folk.
15-0, Bernie. Did you see this coming for a King Seat game?
For a King Seat game, not so much, but Fath is the real deal, man.
Yeah.
He's going to stay down the middle. You're going to have to force him to do things. And if you're not, because I don't think Andy's really doing it, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, you got to – he's a straight up the center guy. Straight up the center airmail, so you're going to have to –
You have to make him move a little bit, and he hasn't had to do anything so far.
He just stepped out there.
That's what he does.
Social.
Yeah, Andy's got to find his lane because he's the same kind of player. He's just, a little bit off where Fath is just dealing right now.
Yeah, I think in the seniors division, they all play the same game. You don't see many of them, rolling and cutting.
Can you imagine when that's coming? When the dirty stuff.
When Tony Smith is 60 and allowed to play.
What is it, 55?
I think it's 55.
Yeah, I still couldn't play. Barely. A couple years.
It is crazy how Fath only throws the slick side.
Yep. A very high arc. Both players with a really high arcing bag. Oh, great bag there.
So the college singles has ended, so that's why there's nothing on ACL Cornhole TV right now.
There you go.
This is the only thing live currently.
Just stay with us. Stay with us.
That's what he said he was going to do.
Great bag. Andy's laughing at that one. He can't believe that one.
Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to laugh because what else can you do?
Yeah.
Are we going to get any juniors matches? They're supposed to be adding juniors in at some point. What a good airmail there by Andy, kind of taking everything.
But even then, you're giving up 2 more points. You have to hit it that good of a shot, and you're still giving up points.
Yeah, that's
when it's
got to make you a little angry.
Yeah, that gets under your skin a little bit.
Who made the college singles Final Four? I have no idea. They're behind us. And if we were watching that, we wouldn't be able to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
I will see if we can get that for you.
Let's see if I can find that real quick.
Josh was commentating with me last night. I love listening to Josh say, Mike Dingus or Tuscaloosa.
He cannot say. I think it's on purpose.
He calls him. He was like, Mike Dinges. I was like, ding. Like the noise, like dingus. No, I call him Dinges.
My phone is presently just gone.
Are you connected to the Wi-Fi? That could be a problem.
There we go.
Going up and trampoline's off. Fast going to take this game, and he put
Wow.
Mr. Andy Phillips in the club. You know about the club, Bernie?
I do not know about the club. Tell me about the club.
If you beat someone 21-0, they're in the club.
They're
They got put in the club. They got beat 21-0.
I tell you what, I live in the club then.
Yeah.
All right. Are we still? No, it's 17-4.
Oh, just kidding.
Yeah,
they just gave each other knucks.
Well,
Thought it was over.
I think Fath was just, knuckling him up because he scored.
Oh, okay. I thought he was doing it because he won. Sorry, guys. The game isn't over. We're just kidding.
So what was I looking for? Oh, the college singles. What?
Can't find it?
That's not it. All right, let's. I'm going to have to get on the Wi-Fi. This is not updating at all. So anyway, sorry, folks. Feel free to go to the player app.
Fan Zone app?
The ACL Fan Zone app. It will have all that information for you.
Do you have a picture of yourself as your background picture on your phone?
It's kind of funny, isn't it?
What's that about?
But no, but if you come on, like if I come on the phone.
Well, yes, I saw that, but it's what's that about there?
That was knuckling up with Shamar. And it's kind of funny.
You just wanted his arm, not like the whole picture?
I think it's kind of a funny picture of me. I don't have a lot of pictures, believe it or not.
No? You better ask Fred.
I know. Fred's got a billion pictures. Another good collect.
Oh, here we go.
Look,
you got some help here. Cole Brewer, Michael Dotson, Brandon Earls, and Austin Wasco. Is that how you say it?
Wascow.
Wascow?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's your final four.
Austin played last night in doubles. So let's see. Michael Dotson, I believe, played last night as well. There you go. Michael Dotson's, he's holding it down.
Right? Appreciate you.
Cannot connect to that.
Look at these. Look at these slackers. We're the only ones working, Bernie.
Yeah. The problem is I can't get on I can't connect anything online.
Slackers.
Wow, they have just
All of
left us.
them.
Just left us.
Right?
We're here by ourselves the rest of the day. Is that what's going on? And none of y'all are going to be over there later. Sweet.
But we're coming back though after, right? I don't know.
I don't know what's
I don't
going
know
on.
if I believe that.
By the way,
Depends on if we finish teams or not prior to the broadcast.
how about Andy sticking with it? 17-6, was down 17-0. Looked like things were just
Yeah, I thought the game was over. I was
running away and just
Yeah.
hanging in there. Maybe Fath will kind of lose his mark a little bit and Andy can get back in this. We'll see.
I wonder. Oh, you know why they're not doing. I was gonna say, why aren't they putting junior singles on the other court? But the graphics aren't set for that.
Well, there you go.
That's what happens when you get fancy. You can't switch things so easily. Oh no, Faf off the side of the board.
Yeah, all of a sudden Andy's kind of waited for Fath to cool off, and he has.
Maybe he thought he had the game won already too, so he kind of let off the gas a little.
Maybe. I mean, it happens.
Yeah, for sure.
It's 17-9, and that's 9 straight for Andy. Little pep in his step as he walks back.
Look at the guy over there on the bleachers sleeping. Oh, he just opened his eyes.
Where?
This guy right over here in the brown shirt, the black hat. He was just sleeping.
Older gentleman? Mm-hmm. Well, he's probably close to my age. I'll tell you, get to be that age, it's tough. It's tough to stay awake. There it is. Both players kind of similar styles, high arcing shot. Well, Fath's kind of lost it a little bit. Andy stays down the center, get 2 more here. Well, little bully.
Right. Going with, oh no, he's going sticky side. backside. Oh, my
What?
gosh. Look at that.
Are you joking? I don't even know if that was necessary, but it stops. Wow. He gets a wash out of that shot.
You know what would be so cool, Bernie?
A replay.
A replay.
Wow. That was ridiculous.
A replay would be so sick.
That was. Do you think Fath was just tired of playing that? Was like, nah, I'm shooting it. Backside. Whatever.
Where is Jake Brannon? Who really cares?
No love for Jake.
Just kidding. I love Jake. He's Jakey Poo.
O's, Strohs, and Natty Bows.
He is currently over at the director's table. He was broadcasting college singles earlier.
This could be it. Four-bagger wins it for Fath here. Is that how you... What?
Mute me.
You've been muted. Uh-oh, this could do it. In for the win. Actually, just on the board, and that will do it. Fath, big win. Takes the king seat. Bracket B, senior singles. Just like that. All right, boys and girls. We're going to come back. More cornhole action here. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Right after this. What is up, Cornhole Nation? We are back. Myrtle Beach Sports and Recreation Center. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Man, I'm just feeling this. Anyway, we are back. I'm Bernie Neighbors, joined alongside Allison Baldwin.
That's me.
The stunning Allison Baldwin.
Thanks, Bernie.
Speaking of stunning, two stunning young ladies are getting ready to play for the Queen Seat match. Cheyenne Bubenheim and Kaylee Hunter throwing down. Winner will sit and wait for a while.
We might sit and wait for a while because the director's table is not giving us a game.
Well, no love. No love from the director's table.
Corey, will you tell them to send our game over here?
There we go. They're just not going to send it. Well,
What?
How would they know? Oh, I guess they got their text message.
I mean, I don't know how the director's table works, but
Like, how would the players know to be here and they wouldn't have that tablet?
because it shows on the bracket 2-2-2-2, so that means they're up on court 2 next.
Right. And but wouldn't that activate that tablet?
No, because it's not auto. Normally, it's on auto assign.
Right.
But since we're moving back from seniors to women's,
I got
they
you.
just have to
I got
stop
you.
the bracket.
By the way, down in the elimination bracket, Bella Soprenant and Sarah Cassidy. 7-5, Bella up in that one.
All right.
17-14, Allison Peters over Maya Cup in the elimination bracket.
Maya, that's another name that we haven't heard. She made us a little splash there for a minute.
All right, you ready? I'm going to give you the question for all of that. You ready?
Uh-huh. Let's hear it. I love trivia. Is it trivia?
No, it's not. Is that?
Can we play trivia?
We
I like
can
that.
if you'd like.
Yeah.
Is that because she's just off her game a little bit, or because the depth has gotten so much greater in the women's division?
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, you just can't get away with certain,
That's what it is.
Yeah, I agree, actually. I'm sure she would say, yes, my game's not where it once was, and it may not be.
I think her game is exactly where it was. I think everyone else's game has gotten elevated.
I agree, actually.
Actually?
I agree with you. I would love to argue with you, but I can't. I don't think this is good for Kaylee.
What, just shooting airmails?
No, I just sitting here and throwing with Cheyenne, and Cheyenne's just going to get dialed in and dialed in and dialed in and dialed in. And
She might get tired, man. She's got
Right?
got a baby in there she's carrying around.
There's a small human being inside her belly. Oh, there we go. These bags are live. Queen seat match, women's singles. Let's go. December 29th, 2023. It happened.
Today.
3:45 p.m.
Someone says I need one of those Rise fuel drinks to stay awake right now.
Amen.
You know?
Amen. Where are they?
Right? They're delicious. I really like
I've
the
actually
Rise drinks.
never had one. I need to have one.
You didn't have one at Worlds?
I did not.
They got them at HQ too.
I know.
I know you're not there anymore.
I'm not
but
there. It's funny, like how much you miss when you're not there anymore. Like not being in Charlotte or in the Rock Hill, and not being in the HQ much. The amount of stuff that I just kind of get left out of, or not hear about, or what. Yeah.
You're not on the email CC anymore?
I'm out on my own island, apparently. As if the information is supposed to kind of flow downhill, and eventually I'll hear it. But
yeah, wouldn't you get to an event?
yeah, right.
Then you get downloaded.
This is what we're doing. Okay, cool. Could that be the first points? Nice replace.
Going up. Hits the airmail drag.
How good was that?
That's just another day in the life of Cheyenne.
Are we looking at another one? No,
Nah.
just in behind. And they can't do it. Pros can't just put it on the board. It's the weirdest thing. But she's still going to get 3. I had a chance for 4. 3-0. It is just, it just boggles my mind how hard it is for players of this caliber to just put it on the board. What a struggle it is at times.
I think Brandon should be walking to each side of the board and picking her bags up and handing them to her.
Right?
Like, you got to carry the baby. You got to pick up your own bags. Come on, man.
Right.
He's just sitting over there chilling
Just
and watching.
chilling.
Drinking a beer.
Yeah, just telling her, like, oh, see, now that's funny. I had a buddy of mine, his wife was just so mad that he would keep drinking while she was pregnant. I was like, you want him to? She's like, well, I can't. I was like, that's just too bad.
Yeah.
More jealousy there. I think she was just jealous that he could go out and have a good time and have some drinks, and she just could. I mean, you can have a glass of wine if you're pregnant. You can have one. Not going to kill you or the baby.
I know. I was talking about this last night, actually, with someone that's going to be a new dad soon. Say you have that glass of wine. And then if your baby comes out and has like a hangnail, you're like, it was all my fault.
Uh-huh.
I did it all.
All right, I see where you're going.
Mom guilt.
I'm with you. Wow, pretty good bag there.
Now, maybe just a sip.
Make it 9-0. All right. Kaylee, in her last game against Riley, wasn't perfect, and she had some rounds like this. I don't think Riley made her pay for it the way Cheyenne has so far.
Yeah, Cheyenne's Gonna make you pay.
Yeah. And there are certain players that I think throw better after you make a mistake. If you just sit there and run bags with them, they might get a little nervy and make a mistake. But once you make a mistake, all of a sudden their level rises up. Just another.
Look at that guy's shirt over there on the bleachers, or lack thereof.
I was going to ask, if you here's my thing: if you're going to wear that, I think you need to be a pretty big dude. Like, I get it, you're heavy, you've got muscles, you can barely fit in shirts. I get it, but when you're kind of tall and thin like that, is that really a shirt you should wear?
I don't want to see your nipples. Okay?
Free the nipple.
No, put it away. Put it away. Just seems unnecessary at a cornhole tournament.
It's a great. I agree with you, actually. Here's a chance here for Kaylee to get some points, get on the board.
Maybe we should go hit the merge tent, offer him a shirt.
Right? Wouldn't that be funny? Hey, man, just
we got a dress code here.
Yeah, we need you to wear this, please.
Our pros aren't even allowed to wear jeans.
Yeah. She tried to put it on and almost missed that, and she left this wide open. Kaylee's got a chance here to get 6.
Going with the sticky side still, and Cheyenne's bag catches her up.
That's mark that one down, because that should have been at least 4, I think, for Kaylee. And she gets nothing out of it. Now you're in trouble.
They said Cheyenne has not missed a bag until this round.
That's what she does. And now you let her off the hook in a bad round, and she's going to punish you for it. Here we go.
Also, they
up?
are live now again on the ACL Digital Network. For anyone wanting to watch junior singles, that's going on. ACL Digital Network with my usual broadcast partner, Jake Brannon, over there.
Yeah, if you get tired of perfection and listening to us all day, you can go over and listen to Jake now.
You can listen to him call everybody by a different name than their own. One tournament, he called everybody by the same name. I was like, what are you doing?
By the way, how about Corey over there just manning everything by himself right now? Looks like he should be have 5 arms. What great bag, Cheyenne.
He needs 5 arms.
Good collect. Let's clean it all up, start over.
We're going to have a teams event later. That should be fun. A pro teams, should I say.
Yep. Who's playing? I can't remember.
It was set, and then it switched, and there was a team that was scheduled to play, but their conference was that weekend.
Oh,
so
for heaven's sakes.
Yeah. It's so to answer your question,
don't know.
Not a clue.
I got you.
I know the Florida Freeze is because Cheyenne was telling me that they are playing.
Okay.
So other than that, Tornado has on a Woodchucks jersey.
So he's ready.
Well, I don't know.
You know the Tornado's ready to play.
Wait a minute. He's not a pro this year.
Is
he elite?
I can't remember, actually. Oh, great roll bag, Kaylee. I like that one.
Bernie, you and your Gatorade friend.
Huh?
You and your Gatorade.
Oh, man. Come on.
Need a little side table for you.
I do. I know. Look, you don't know.
Cheyenne's going to pick up 2 more.
I have usually 10 to 15 drinks going at any given time.
What?
I just
Why?
like having choices. I don't know. I don't know why. But I always have to have some sort of liquid around. I wish it was water.
That's
much
another
healthy.
one off to the side. You see the mad face that Kaylee just...
But that's what I mean, though. This is what happens.
Yeah.
You could have gotten 4, probably could have gotten 6, probably should have gotten 4 in that one round. Now Cheyenne's going to make you pay for it.
Also, the worst is to be putting the club on broadcast, live stream.
That's a fact. Coming in hot.
The Carolina Coasters are playing.
That was a great bag, by the way.
Jamie Graham's dad, I'm assuming, letting us know about that. 4-17?
17-0. And once again, this is one of those players that I think she's just in her head.
Brother. Jamie's brother.
Oh, Jimmy's brother?
Yep. I didn't know Jamie had a brother.
Yeah. Nice guy, actually. I met him a couple times.
Yeah?
I met him once before, but we talked at Worlds.
Gotcha.
Well, there's a miss. Take advantage of it.
Backs it right up.
And
Now we're back to a wash.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look at
All right.
that.
so she's had 2 bad rounds, right? That's it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Probably going to go through that. Well, so she's going to throw a 6.
Cheyenne is due February 18th.
Is that? What is that?
I'm not sure. Cheyenne's trying to figure it out.
Kaylee had 2 off, 1 on, 1 in.
So it was 8 on 4.
Is that game?
Yep. That's it.
That
All right,
is
ladies
it.
and gentlemen.
Wow, everyone's struggling doing some math, but Cheyenne Bubenheim again takes the queen seat. She will grab a seat, and she will wait for the other bracket to catch up. All right, kids, that's how we roll. We're going to move on to some more action when we return. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, right after this. What's up, Cornhole Nation? We actually switched up the music on you this time. We are back. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the Myrtle Beach Sports and Recreation Center. Switching it over again. Time for some senior singles. Haven't seen Double D in a while, but Damon Dennis throwing down against Brian Lynn. Remember Brian from back in the day? Carolina's region guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm Bernie Neighbors, joined alongside Allison Baldwin. I couldn't think of a really, really good compliment.
I thought you forgot who I was.
No, I was just trying to think of a really good compliment. By the way, the reason why I try to have everything written out.
There we go.
I try to have everything written out when I'm over there emceeing or whatever. It's not that I don't know. My brain will just, nothing there.
I get it.
Nothing there. And I've done that so many times that I have to have everything written out, all the names, because I'll forget. I'll just look right at them, know who they are, still not know their name. That is a weird thing to happen.
No, I know that happens to me too. Ever since the pregnancy brain, ever since then, it just never goes away.
It has happened more than once. And it makes no sense. I mean, I've done that with my mother, of all people. Like, how do you not know your mom's name? But I've done it. I'm looking right at her, like, I can't. All of a sudden, my brain stopped. Anyway, we are about underway. These bags will be live. Once again, you get senior singles. It's always fun to watch them work the tablets because they're having some. They're struggling right now, as a matter of fact. But we are underway. Damon Dennis, Brian Lynn. Let's see what else we got. This is a match from down in the elimination bracket. On the other side of elimination, you got Ricky Duffy and Gerald Gray throwing down. This is bracket A.
I'd like to see Gerald up here. I like to watch him play.
Yeah? Well, you might get a chance. They're playing right now. The winner of that match, well, like I said, will take on the winner of this match. Then after that, you got Robbie Davis waiting. And then once again on this side, Terry Mathis in the king seat. So we're getting there.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. And it obviously at 55 you can get in the senior division, but you got some players that have been there for a while that are a good bit older than 55. I should say.
Right.
And God love them, still out here battling everybody else.
Yep. Especially Damon, like he's staying at a high level.
Yes, super high level. All right. Still 0-0. So here you go. Remember you were talking about it earlier with the bags at the front of the board? Brian Lynn, a player that will keep the bags at the front of the board. So I'm gonna keep an eye on, does he stay stationary or does he kind of move around in the box a little bit even though his bags are there? Looks like he's staying there. Good bag. I've got a question for you and the chat.
Ooh.
Ooh, that one got away from. So with some of the older guys, and you watch, and most of them are kind of straight, slide players, airmail, but a lot of them have that forward lean on their bag. But yet, when you play against them, they still somehow find a way to manipulate the bags around the board. Now, how is that possible with a front lean? Like you would think, wouldn't that kind of take away a lot of your spin with the front lean? So when it lands, it's basically going to flatten out either way. Or is there? But you watch it, and some of these guys are still able to kind of reverse cut and cut a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
You're racking my brain with your question, and I'm forgetting the cameras.
I don't. Yeah, sorry. Five spot there for Damon. I just don't know how they do it. It's crazy to me.
Does anyone know what camera setup brand ACL has for their streaming? I know they're PTZ cameras.
Is that what they're asking, or are they asking a little bit more technical?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know what brand they are. I can't see from here. But yeah, our over-the-board cameras are PTZs. Normally the side cameras are also, but we are using different cameras
By the way,
this weekend.
That's a 7 spot. Did we just go 5 and 7 right there? Yep. Make it 12-0 for Double D.
That's a Corey question.
That is a Corey question.
That's a truck. Where's the truck?
Where is the truck? There you go.
Wally's trying to tell me something. He said, blah, blah, blah.
What?
Corey.
Cool. Corey's not paying attention. We get no love over here on the right side.
I just threw a napkin at him, too, and he didn't even feel it.
Well, he's got... There it is.
Someone wants to know what kind of camera brand AC cameras are we using?
That's information we can't divulge.
Well, I already told him they were PTZs.
Yeah. They must know they're Avipass.
Avipass? What are these side cameras?
Avipass.
They are
All
too?
Avipass. Yep.
All right, there you go.
There you go, kids. Unlucky there. Brian had a chance to get some points. Hangs up on the backside. Going to be a wash.
Corey trying to keep it a secret. All you got to do is say, hey, can you take a picture of the setup for me?
Right. I wouldn't think that's
secret info.
Highly secretive.
Are we going to broadcast the final game? If it's like the final game, probably.
Yeah, for seniors?
Yeah,
Is that what they're asking?
Yeah, but there's 2 brackets, so we'll probably get one and not the other.
I don't know.
But if it's the overall, we'll get that.
Well, because tonight all they've got are high school and college again on television.
Well, yeah, it'll be over here on the live stream.
Right. Man, at some point, what time is it? God, it's already 4 o'clock. I'm going to have to leave you in a little while. That's sad.
I know. That is sad.
We'll see how far we get in an hour.
I have to go get Keck.
What the heck?
What the heck, Keck?
Look at you. Way to go.
Yeah, just, producing things over
yeah,
here.
you are. I'm going to have to get some of that beard butter from the beard guys.
I think there's actually some over here.
I think I've got a little container.
Oh, so you actually have some? You don't need some?
Yeah. I was just giving them a shout since I saw them there.
Well, why don't you tell everyone how it works? Is it great?
I've never used it. I've actually never used it because I've never
Bernie.
I'm not one of those people that keeps a long beard.
Bernie.
I'm not. I think that would be better for a longer beard.
But you're supposed to say it's great. I use it all the time. It's
magnificent. I tell you what.
There we go.
If I don't use it, it gets really it kind of dries out. My skin gets itchy.
Yeah, you're like, I need some of that stuff, but I already have it.
And it shines.
But I don't use it.
And being that my beard is white, it's really bright.
I know. Luke asked me earlier if you were Santa Claus.
Ha!
I'm just kidding.
I thought about it. If I put on enough weight and grew the beard out, I think I could do the Santa Claus thing.
Christmas Eve, we saw a guy that looked just like Santa at Home Depot working, and his eyes got this big. He was like, "Is that Santa?" I was like, "Yeah, he's watching you. Be good."
All right, chat. I've got a question. I'm not going to say it out loud in case you have kids at home that are listening.
Oh, gosh.
But at what age do you divulge the information about Santa?
You don't ever.
What is the average on that? Great bag, Damon Dennis.
I almost clapped.
What's the average on that, you think?
I don't know.
They hear it at school at some point. I think that's how I learned.
I questioned.
I think I was 6.
I'm supposed to be working. You guys are distracting. In a good way or a bad way? I don't know how to take that.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
Here's a chance. Here's a chance to get on the board, Brian. Just stay down the middle. Got backboards there. There you go.
Perfect.
Well played.
Look, Bernie, great announcing. You two are doing awesome. Love to hear it.
Check
High fives.
Who said that?
Ricky Singleton.
Ricky, check is in the mail, my man.
What's your Venmo?
Yeah.
Damon, just doing Damon Dennis things up here with his high top kicks.
Right?
Just walking over people through this bracket.
Just being Damon.
Yep.
Bullying the older guys.
Exactly.
But this is an elimination game. Loser is done. So
who beat Damon?
Let me see. Let me go back.
Oh, it was Gerald. Gerald Gray.
I think you are correct. Yep, it certainly was. 21-14. And then Gerald lost to Terry Mathis, who was sitting in the king seat.
Gotcha.
I feel bad. Like, there's no way around it because of the way brackets work. But, like, you're going to have to wait at some point. When would you rather wait? So would you rather get through the winner's bracket and wait for an hour and a half?
No.
Or would you rather have them somehow? Because you're going to have to wait because of the way brackets work. So when would you rather wait?
Just hold my game for 20 minutes in the beginning. Let my part of the bracket get behind.
Yeah, it's just tough.
You're going to have to wait at some point. If you're in the winner's bracket, you just have to expect that you are going to have to wait for a little while.
Yeah, there just aren't as many people.
Look, Caden loves you, Bernie.
Caden, what's up, man? I got fans.
I see.
It actually works out for me because I've got just as many people that don't like me that do like me. So maybe one day what we'll do is we'll just have a free-for-all, and I'll get all my fans, the ones that like me on one side, the ones that don't like me on the other, have a battle royale.
That sounds wild.
It does sound wild. It'll be like 3 people against 3 people. In behind.
Look, they got Christmas bags.
What?
The red and green.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. That's worst case scenario.
He's
right
best
there.
player on Damon's team.
I see what you did there.
I'm getting a little antsy, Bernie.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. I need a little walk around the block, I think.
Yeah, I know. Like, when it's just
Damon coming in.
back to back, you get 2 minutes between each game. You're just like just banging your head against the table at some point.
Oh, he didn't want to take that. Now in for, hey, this will be our first social.
Social. No, it's not because he knocked his bag off.
Jinx, the announcer, Jinx.
It wouldn't have been a social
Oh, that's
because
right, he
Brian
did.
knocked Damon's bag in and went off.
You are correct, but we end up with a wash either way. It's a wash either way. Man, I am just destroying these napkins over here.
So good news. Someone said we don't usually get any love over here on YouTube, so you two are doing great.
There it is.
So we're using a new streaming service this year, and that's what we're looking at right here, Bernie. And it shows us all of Facebook and all of YouTube.
Wow.
All at the same time. They all come in together.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So Wally will no longer be ignoring everyone on YouTube like he always does.
Okay.
He doesn't have his headphones on over there. He can't hear us.
He missed that one.
He did. I'm surprised he's not in the chat.
Just taunting us.
Yeah. That's what he normally does.
So, did I hear this right, that TikTok has become our biggest platform during these?
100%.
Are there that many kids watching?
There
crazy.
was 2,800 people earlier watching at one time.
On TikTok?
Yes.
Nice.
We've never had 28 people watching at one time on Facebook or YouTube.
We got to pump those numbers up. We need tens of thousands. Can you imagine? That would be awesome.
But yeah, and if you get a chance to go and watch the TikTok stream, the comments are hilarious.
No, I bet. Because it's teenagers and 20-somethings.
Well, not only that, but it's also people like, if we're on YouTube or we're on Facebook, it's people seeking that out because they know that we're here doing this.
Right.
TikTok, they're just strolling through and they come across
that's such a good point. Yeah.
And they're like, what are you idiots doing with these bags?
Oh, that's great.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So they...
That's how you get the new fans. I'm so worried that I'm going to knock something off and my legs need to stretch.
You're not going to knock anything off. You're good. So, yeah, YouTube has definitely been...
That's funny. I can see that. Like, somehow like we just end up on somebody's feed.
Yeah, exactly.
On TikTok, and they're just like, what in the world is happening right now?
The comments are... I was reading them. We had a female player that was talking with Her name is part of a certain genre video about
I got you.
doing things in Dallas.
I got you. I'm with you.
So they were commenting that.
I got you. That's kind of ridiculous.
Right? It is. They're all ridiculous, and that's why it's so funny.
Tell you what, Brian's got a chance. There'll be 6 straight points if he's able to get 2 here. Looks
So,
like,
highly recommend the
right,
TikTok
I'm gonna have to
live
find that.
stream.
Yep.
We might.
They're over there.
Oh, they are. They're live on TikTok now. I'm joining.
In for a minimum of 2 for Brian. Got it. Damon going up. Gonna give up 2. 12.
Look at
10.
those two.
Yep.
Walking down.
I like that Brian Lynn's got a spine on the back of his jersey. What's that all about?
Not sure.
He's got the Charleston Cornhole shirt on. He used to, I know at one point I think he was in the Greensboro area, if I'm not mistaken. But
Wally viewed my profile on TikTok.
uh-oh. Waiting to see what you were posting. TikTok's kind of crazy.
Absolutely nothing.
Uh-oh. Damon's kind of, he's a little frustrated. You can see it in his face. He's not as happy with his bag right now. Good bag from Brian. Kind of push it up. See if Damon will help him out. Maybe bring it to the center. No, good bag. Side by side. Let's go through it. What you looking at? You check. Oh, you're watching the TikTok. TikTok. Uh-oh. Does he go after that? He can't get that with an airmail, can he? I can't see how much of a...
There's 1.5 people watching right now on TikTok.
1.5. There's a half person watching on TikTok?
Yeah.
Well,
not 1.5, like 1,500.
There's a half a person.
I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what's happening, Bernie.
There's a half a person watching on TikTok right now. Time out.
Time out. Fake wannabe ESPN reporter.
Wow. People are ruthless on TikTok.
For real.
It's funny. Well,
Gets one to go.
that's one way to get a wash. You know, at one point they said, ESPN, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. No way an all sports network works. You're not old enough, but I remember when ESPN started, it was the most ridiculous stuff ever.
Really?
If we would have come around when ESPN, like say 1979, like 78, late 70s, early 80s, because they had no sports, they had no deals. So they were having to show like Australian rules football, and like it was all niche sports that they were showing because they didn't have rights to show anything else. Oh man, that would have been perfect.
What is this even called?
Ruthless.
It's got 7,000.
It's going up.
I guess it's likes or something. I don't know what they're called on TikTok. Oh, he bumped his bag in.
Have you ever seen the movie Men in Black?
Yes.
Do you remember the character that the alien cockroach thing inhabits that one dude's body? Played by that. And I don't mean this in a bad way, but Donald Cupp kind of looks like that. The way he walks in sometimes, the kind of look he gives people.
Put it in the chat, Bernie.
Put it in the chat. What do you think, folks?
It's called floor golf.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
TikTok is ruthless. And, I mean, it's TikTok. So they could literally be anywhere on the planet.
Someone said, this is exciting, and I'm not even drinking.
That's how it happens. That's how you grow the sport. Thanks, TikTok. Look it up. Oh, that looks short.
Helps Damon out there.
Yeah, this could be trouble. Damon's going to come in hard right up the middle, hopefully get a little bully. If Damon.
That's better than in right there, just replacing it. 1.7 now, Bernie.
You drop back down? No, 1 point. Oh, they're up.
Yeah, we went up 200 people.
We did?
That quickly.
Oh, on TikTok?
On TikTok, yeah.
Wow, yeah. Well, it is across a globe, right? I mean, there's not.
Yeah, there's definitely not YouTube anywhere
I don't know how many
else.
billion people have TikTok, but there's a lot. Ooh. Went for the airmail.
Can he go slick side and pick this bag up?
You know, he doesn't have a lot of velocity. Here it is. That's about.
Look, someone said I'm watching on YouTube and came to check out the comments. Gotcha.
I know, but you took him away from us.
He could be doing both.
That's true. That's a good point.
Because that's why a lot of people say that they would rather watch YouTube than Facebook because they can like minimize it and still have it open.
That was a weird bag.
Yeah.
Because of the way, like, his bag normally doesn't land like that. It almost had like a cut roll to it. That was weird.
You know, he's been known to roll, so maybe that's what he was trying to do.
Damon Dennis?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Damon Dennis roll a bag.
I remember him rolling Game Changers.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Not on purpose.
That's to be determined. He's doing both. Different matches, TV and tablet.
There you go. See? Perfect. I'm guessing he's single, the person that said that?
I don't know. People need to get a life and play a real sport.
Wow. Brutal. I think all these people did play real sports at one point. It's kind of hard to play.
This is a real sport. Are you kidding me?
They're talking about big contact sports, and you can't.
How do you know what they're talking about?
I'm inferring from what they're saying.
You can't assuming?
Yeah,
is that what you're doing?
You can't play those sports when you're into your 40s and 50s, and and don't say Tom Brady.
Can he collect? He does.
Wow,
great bag there to
round.
Get some points.
How about all of a sudden it's 17-10. It was 16-0 at one point.
We've seen a lot of that today.
Yeah.
Whoopsies. There we go.
Brian Lynn will not go quietly into this dark night. Okay. How about that? Literary reference. See if you know it, chat.
He said, married, already worked my 8 hours today. Turning 30 next month.
Yeah. She's allowing you to have both on?
This does not look like a backyard game. See, I could just read the TikTok comments all day.
That's actually a backhanded compliment. Meanwhile, this game is tightened up. Started at 16-0 for Damon Dennis, now 17-10.
And that, I mean, that's not easy to do when you're talking about Damon Dennis.
No, not at all. Damon kind of got a little off his line there. See if he can kind of get back to it. Have another one?
Where'd they... They're not talking about us, Bernie.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Where'd they find these commentators? At the local laundromat?
Wow.
Jake's a great commentator.
I know. Jake's
He's great.
He's a lot better than I am.
I don't know why they're giving him such a hard time over there. They're just mean, man.
They are mean. He's a lot better than I am. I'm just willing to say stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is my drink in your way again? Let's see. Let's move that.
All right. So Brian only down 9 points now.
19-10. No more mistakes, Brian Lynn.
Imagine playing against them at your family gathering.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, it would be awful. They'd beat you left-handed or time out.
The commentating on YouTube is fire. That's us. That's us.
Damon.
Taking a look at it. What was he looking at?
I don't know. I was going to ask you the same question. I mean, there's a little kind of foot in the water, but not much.
I mean, and you still have 3 bags left to pull it closer and then go look at it.
I think sometimes Damon does those sort of things to kind of get in the opponent's head.
Yeah, just to like psych him out a bit.
Mm-hmm. Good bag,
he said, here I go.
Never mind.
Watch this. You didn't get me.
That's so funny.
He's throwing the slow side of these bags, which is, well, that's why, because he was going up. I was about to say, he usually doesn't.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh. That's
such a good bag. Now they're both going to come down
Is
and
it
look.
still moving?
There it goes. Yep.
I was about to say, it looks like it's still moving.
What a great bag, Brian Lynn.
Look at him. He's so proud of himself.
What a good bag.
I don't know what you do with that.
You know, the thing is, he doesn't throw a heavy
He said,
bag.
good shot, man.
I think Damon, can he collect those?
I think that you would have to throw it pretty hard.
Yeah, and which he doesn't really do.
He's going sticky side again.
He's going, wow. And then he leaves that bag in front. That is a great bag.
Here we go again. Another timeout.
Damon Dennis. That is sick.
So he's going to have to, he has to make this bag and not take Damon's.
Yeah. So this is what's so great about these guys, a little bit more old school, because they don't throw with the same velocity that a lot of the younger players throw with. Like, that would seem like that's got 2 feet in the water. Just go through it, right? But because they don't, that can
All right,
kind of
that's
happen.
going to do it right there.
Wow.
Damon Dennis taking this game down, moving on.
Man, Damon Dennis, double D, moving on in the elimination bracket, bracket B, I do believe.
It's called the loser bracket, Bernie.
Elimination
I forgot
bracket
to take
it
the
is.
timeout off.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry, guys. Bernie
Left the
keeps talking to
timeout.
me,
Yeah.
distracting me, you know.
We're going to come back. More cornhole action in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, right after this. What is up, ACL Nation? We are back. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Myrtle Beach Sports and Recreation Center. We're back now. We had some senior singles. We have moved back over to the ladies singles. Both players we have already seen a couple times on this court. Riley Shaw, Sarah Cassidy. I am Bernie Neighbors, joined alongside the splendid.
Splendid. These bags
Beautiful.
are not live, by the way.
Allison Baldwin.
Thank you, Bernie.
Yeah, they're still doing their down and backs.
I believe that when they get down at the other end is when they're going live.
Let me see. Let me get out of senior singles, back over to the ladies and see where we are. Obviously, this is a loser's bracket game. Elimination bracket for those of you that get offended by things.
It's a loser bracket, Bernie. Call it what it is.
Man, it does not like when
When you try and update the bracket?
Well, when I try to change brackets. Because I can't get online. Are you online?
I'm on TikTok.
No, but what are you on? Like, are you using, are you on Wi-Fi, I guess is what I should say.
No, I am not on Wi-Fi.
I wish they would turn on the ACL 5G1 one.
I was on that, and I had to turn it off because it wasn't working.
Yeah, because the truck, when they get here, they turn it on. And I guess they're not here. Awesome. Yeah,
They should be. It's 4:30.
Right? Let's see, but the Myrtle Beach one is not able to carry this much bandwidth. Let's see. Well, there we go. All right, women's singles. I found you. I got back to it. We're down in the losers bracket. Riley Shaw taking on Sarah Cassidy. Winner takes on Maya Cupp, who came back and beat Allison Peters.
Wow.
Winner of that match will take on Kaylee Hunter, and the winner of that will go on to take on Cheyenne Bubenheim, who sits and waits. We're
winding down here.
Yeah. Last 6 matches or so. Athena Delgado over my left shoulder, helping run things with Josh. Looks like they're having some issues about something, some arguments about what goes on what court.
You should have seen yesterday. You weren't here. It was after you had gone over there to do like sound check and all of that. We were supposed to get college teams.
Yeah.
And they were trying to give us elite and
didn't work.
And the new sound system over there is blaring.
Oh yeah.
So
by the way,
we called it quits. We're not doing it.
Thumbs high for the new sound system.
Yeah, that thing is no joke.
That is awesome.
No way there's pro teams for beanbag tossing.
Some ruthless
Greetings
folks.
from Brazil.
That's what I mean. TikTok is worldwide.
That's YouTube.
I know, but it's very focused. I mean, the type of people you'd have to find it. You have to want to find it.
I know. I said that earlier.
I know, but TikTok's. But I don't know how you would end up. Like, how would the algorithm put this on your TikTok feed? Unless you're you'd have to like some other.
Listen, if you want me to get into algorithms, that's another conversation, Bernie.
6-0 out of the gate quick for Riley Shaw. As soon as I say it, pushes one right. Sarah literally is ready for her throw before
Yes,
Riley's
there is,
done.
man. They have a league with 20-plus teams. So entertaining.
That's funny.
So who do you got taking this one, Bernie?
This particular match?
Yeah, this one. Chat, who do you got?
I would have said Sarah, but you know what? I'll stick with Sarah. I think as good as Riley can play, I still think she has times where when her game gets away from her, she can give up some crooked numbers, and that always kind of, when you're giving up 5s, that becomes a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Giving up 2 is one thing, but when you're giving up 5s.
Someone said baby goat, question mark.
Alex. Where is Alex?
I don't know. They're watching Jake Gore and Hayden Gonzalez play, so maybe they were just talking about Alex.
Baby goat. So, is that fun for him now that there are these other kids his age out here? Or is it,
Oh, no.
this is what
That's
I mean.
5 points right there.
This is what I mean. And now
Sarah's
we have a lead
right back
change.
in it.
And lead change. She got 2 in the last round. Now she's up 7-6.
Yep.
It's just when she makes mistakes, they become 5s, and it's hard. You know, when your opponent makes a mistake, they give up 2. It's very difficult.
Why are people having to forfeit matches? I don't think that anyone has forfeited anything. The only reason that someone would have to forfeit a match is because they left.
Right. That where did that happen?
I don't
I can't
know.
imagine that happening, unless, like you said, if they left. I mean,
Unless it was like, Poopgate.
you do.
Remember that?
Yeah, you do have. Oh, that bag. Yeah, you do have to. You can't just take forever to get to a court. So if you don't make it in a certain amount of time, they will.
They'll call you over the
They'll call
loudspeaker,
you.
give you a 2-minute warning, and then if you still don't show up, then
Yeah. I mean, you can't just let people take an hour to get to a court. So.
yeah, we got to keep these brackets running. Like I said, we left here at 12:15 a.m. last night because that's when everything finished up. So if we just let everyone finish their drink and then go to the bathroom, we'd be here all night long.
And if you're wondering, like, well, that shouldn't matter, but like, we don't own this building.
Right?
They have people here that have to stay when we're here. And there are contracts, and you can't just stay in it till 6 o'clock in the morning
Right.
because you want to.
Got to pay extra for that.
Yeah, you would. Looks like we got some pros over there trying to get back a house. Not a fan when they do that, by the way. Kind of makes me angry. It's like there's places where y'all can be, but back here's not one of them.
Listen, at Worlds, this is my 3rd year doing this live stream thing, right?
Yep,
So
yep.
Worlds last year was my 2nd year. I have on an ACL staff t-shirt. I have on an ACL staff badge. I asked Fred if it was okay, because I don't have anything to do while I'm down there. I'm just
Right.
down there watching. I asked Fred, like, are you good with me coming back here? And he looked at me like I was crazy and was like,
Yeah,
of course.
Right.
But yeah, there's other people that just take it upon themselves to just
They,
come on in and stand where, they're in the way.
and believe it or not, with the broadcast area back of house there are things that people are doing that are important. So when you're in the way of something big. That's live television. So something's going on over there. A lot of pros just kind of hanging out. Sounds like some arguing going on.
Where?
Just kidding. I have no idea.
Oh, I was
Just
like, what?
just stirring it up.
I'm like,
online.
how do you hear that with these headphones on?
Exactly.
It says if you're playing in multiple divisions, well, number one, you shouldn't be doing that.
Ever.
And one is live and another starts, you should not have to forfeit a first-round game
Disagree.
in the division that you are
Disagree.
just starting. You shouldn't,
You shouldn't
be playing.
into it.
Yeah.
That's the director's
What
fault
are the
if that
other?
ever happens.
Yeah.
That should never happen.
Look, not true. I know how it works. You know what you're talking about. High school doubles and women's. I could have told you that high school doubles was still going to be going on when women started.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that looks short, yeah. Just kind of pulled the string on that one. Oh, where are you headed now? You're going somewhere.
Right here. So they had high school doubles rounders at 9 a.m. and then women started at 12. So if you think that you're going to finish your doubles and get through the bracket from 9 to 12, that's probably
Not gonna happen.
not ever going to happen. Hey from New Jersey. Thanks, Corey.
Uh-oh. What happened there? Oh, someone forgot. Yeah.
I just forgot to switch the cameras because I was looking
Get caught up
at
in the chat.
time. Yeah.
See, I don't. That would, if I have a fault, well, I have many, but I don't really get caught up in the chat because that will happen to me. I will just get stuck in the chat. Meanwhile, there's all this stuff happening. By the way, this game 12-11, Sarah up 1, back and forth. They've gone little mini runs from each. Who will make the next big mistake?
PPR check. Sarah Cassidy throwing a 10.3. Riley throwing a 10.2.
And we have a 1-point game. Gosh, Riley messes with the front of that board so much when she tries to block. Good bag there. Trying to get 2, and she does. 14-11. Once again, this is an elimination bracket game. Loser is out. Winner will go on to play Maya Cup. If you're wondering where Allison went, she left me. She's gone. Trying to correct some stuff. Good replace.
You look bored.
Bang, another replace. See,
Bernie, you didn't switch the cameras.
Yeah,
I left you in charge.
I don't know which one it is.
I left you in charge, and you let me down.
I would love it. I just don't know which button it is. Is it this one?
No.
Yeah,
don't,
exactly.
Don't press that one.
I have no idea what button it is. Which button is it, by the way?
That one, and that one, and that one.
Some nonsense. Way too many buttons. 16-11. Sarah kind of putting her nose out in front now. Second half of this game. See if Riley can kind of refocus. She's been a little off the last 2 or 3 rounds.
Someone said free Rise drink to the chat for the camera mess up.
There you go.
Yeah,
We would do it.
go find Bernie's Facebook page and send him a message with your address. He's going to personally send you a Rise.
He is probably not going to look at it.
Bernie Neighbors.
Uh-huh. If you can spell my name right, you might be able to find it. People, if they don't know the name, they always get the last name wrong, believe it or not.
Yeah?
Yep.
That is true.
That is true. Who was it?
I heard that it was Maddie in high school and then some other girl in college.
Gotcha.
Those 2.
So apparently they're talking about Maddie McBride in high school.
Well, that's not cool.
Well, I mean, again, you knew what time everything was starting.
I just don't know why the directors would let her do it. But that's neither here nor there.
Because there's so many people here. You're supposed to babysit everybody?
Well, maybe.
Yes, we are. Sarah did throw Vipers last year, yes.
Well, kind of let her off the hook there.
It's going to be a wash. I love Riley's hair so much.
Yeah?
I kind of want some purple hair
there
now.
There you go. You should do it. You've got the hair for it.
Way too old for that.
No.
Yes.
Never too old. I mean, you wouldn't have to go that extreme with it, but you could get some streaks. Some small ones. You could do it. I still think you got it in you. You should do it. Plenty of women your age doing that. You're still very young, by the way. I know a lot of, well, not a lot, but I know people your age that do it. And are highly successful, which is really strange.
Because of their hair color? Jeez Louise.
But they work corporate. No one seems to care.
The Spinners are playing tonight.
Oh, yeah? There's Sammy Soto rolling in. Didn't get the bite she wanted on that one.
Someone said, I think I know what I'm talking about. You're talking to a world champ here, buddy.
What, on TikTok?
We're talking TikTok chat.
Oh, good bag.
Look at that. Sarah's like, what do I do with that?
I mean, Sarah?
See if she can, she's just going to put it on.
To give up 4, that's just one of those situations. It's better just to cut your losses. Oh, wow, 19-16, back and forth we go. Both players, little 5-6-point runs each time. Put Riley on 19. Can she close it out? Just want to stay down the middle, just like that. Oh, there it is. Gosh, she plays with the front side of that board so much with her landing spot.
Going up high.
Gave it back to her. Well, see, that's directly basically where Sarah wants to land her bag.
Yeah. She almost knocked Sarah off the back there.
Is Sarah's bag going to stay? That looks like it wants to come off.
There it
Yeah.
goes.
And that takes a lot of confidence because that's not where Sarah wants to normally land her bag. And it got to Riley that time. Hers is off. So now, wow.
Oh.
And that
Sarah-
one's off.
Sarah almost fell over.
What does that make it?
I have no idea.
Who got one there? Somebody got one, I think. Did Sarah get one?
About to find out.
Yes. Wow. All that 1 point. 19-17.
Someone in the comments said that Sarah puts a different foot forward on each side of the board, and she does. And that,
Would be very difficult, I would think.
yeah, but she does. Her outside foot is always inside like that next to the board. Watch when she goes down here.
That's pretty extreme.
Good eye. Whoever
done.
noticed that.
Well done. Well, that's a wash. (19-17). Riley 2 points away. Tell you what, though, a little mistake here and there. Sarah could take it with a 4. A lot of pressure. Loser is out. Winner, once again, will go on and take Maya Cup. Ooh, that skips over the hole. Unlucky. And that drops. And there it comes back, so works out either way. And that will probably come back. Let's see. Yep. There it goes. Good to wait on that. Uh-oh. Oh, missed the last bag. We are all tied at 19s.
Did you notice her foot over there?
I wasn't paying attention because I was like, man, I'm going to have to leave here in a little bit. And you're going to get stuck calling huge matches by yourself.
I'll go get Keck.
Or get Wally to come over. What's he doing?
He is doing our one stream to rule them all.
Good block. See if she gets something out of it. Good replace. Man. Uh-oh. This could be in for the win. In for the win. Riley Schaff. Oh,
That'll
and she
be
gets
it.
it, and that will do it. Riley Schaff will move on to take Maya Cup here in the women's singles bracket. We're going to have more cornhole action from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, right after this.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to decide now if we are going to switch over to pro teams or if we are going to continue coverage of women's and seniors. So we are going to end this live stream and we will be back, but I'm not sure what we're going to be bringing you. So give us a few and we will be back live.